Hello, everybody. I know that I am late, but I'm here. Okay? Um. Hey, welcome. Did you set up your schedule? Did it work? I hope it worked. Let me get my chats ready. I'm not tired whatsoever. I'm just flustered, but life is life, right? But the good news is we'll be reading bedtime stories, and I know a lot of people have been asking when I'm gonna do bedtime stories. When I'm gonna do bedtime stories. Well, this game, I had to do a sponsor for it, so yay! So this is called Please Be Happy. It's hard to be happy nowadays, but you know what? You gotta go day by day. Hope everything is working fine. Trying to check. Okay, it looks like everything is up to par. I got all my chats up and ready. That's loud. Yo, thank you.
Please be happy. Now, how does this work?
Music cues? What? What's music cues? Yeah, sure. That I want the people to know what music is playing. Is it enabled? I don't know if it's enabled or disabled. It's probably enabled. All right. Options. Oh, how do I go to the other options like text and stuff? Oh, that works. I always like it dyslexic because it helps, and I like it big. Actually, I like this one. Source is better. Read only. Sound. The music could be right there. That could be loud. That could be loud. Alright, that's all enabled. Awesome. Master volume. Cool. Voice. Oh yeah, make the voices loud. Perfect. Alright, I think everything's good. Save current options. Did it save? I don't know. Okay. Return and start. Have you ever seen a visual novel before? If you don't know what a visual novel is, it's basically a story type game. And it requires lots of reading. Hey, what's up, Wolf Moon Soul? How are you? Is the thing not working? The bot? I didn't hear anything. I'm gonna refresh this. Let me refresh my mix it up. I don't hear a thing. Unless my audio got all messed up. Let's see. Sound settings. Why is it going to sample? I don't understand that system. Yeah, okay, that's correct. I don't understand why it keeps going to sample. I don't like that whatsoever. Because it's supposed to be system. Weird. Okay. I'm gonna reload. I might go black for a second.
Nothing like a hard day's work.
Nothing like a hard day work. Oh no. It's loading up. Fog settled over the forest far from the village and town, and with it came silence. Are you sick? Yeah, I know you can't see anything at the moment. Can you see it now? Okay. Fog settled over the forest far from the villages and towns, and with it came silence. How do I... There we go. Birch trees shivered, pondering the weather, and dropped their leaves in fright. Streams bubble... Hey, hold up. Whoa. Too fast. Auto mode, you're too fast. Go a little slower. Alright, let's try this again.
Nothing like a hard day's work.
Wait, what happened with the puzzle? Oh, your tripod you were trying to recording? Fox settled over the forest, far from the villages and towns, and with it came silence. Maybe I made it too slow now. Birch trees shivered, pondering the weather, and... Hold on. Let's try this again.
Nothing like a hard day's work.
Fantastic. Fox settled over the forest, far from the villages and towns, and with it came silence. Birch trees shivered, pondering the weather, and dropped their leaves in fright. Streams bubbled, unseen by man. In the middle of the forest was a grove, and in the middle of that grove was a log. It had been years since it had fallen. Once one of the proudest trees around, and now in death, was home to an abundance of life. A line of frantic ants ran to an... Okay. Dude. Isn't that supposed to be slow? Yeah, I don't want a full bar. Okay. Let's read from the log. A birch tree shivered, pondering the weather, and dropped their leaves in fright. Streams bubbled unseen by man and babbled like the birds in the trees. In the middle of the forest was a grove, and in the middle of that grove was a log. It had been years since it had been fallen, once one of the proudest trees around, and now in death was a home to an abundance of life. I don't know what's going fast. It's ticking me off. A line of frantic ants ran to and fro. Mushrooms, cloud-like and pillowy, sprouted across one side. Like a footpath for fairies nearby, an old toad flopped contentedly in the mud. And inside the deep, damp hollow of the tree, something slept. Okay. Is there a way of going auto? A traveler strolled into the grove. Their steps were slow and tired, and they spotted the log with relief, like greeting an old friend. Weary from the day's journey, the traveler sat to take a rest. Whoosh! With a scrabbling of nails on rotten wood, a shadow bolted from inside the log to the tall grass nearby. The traveler watched the brush rustle as a faint patch of fur appeared within. Hello there, friend. I didn't mean to disturb you. They held their hand towards the grass, offering a piece of dried fish. At first, there was no reaction, and then, first a snout appeared, quivering as it tasted the air. Then followed the rest of the fox, sleek and tawny, as she took several slow steps forward. Her amber eyes were alight with mistrust, but also with wild curiosity. The stranger sat and phased, their offering still outstretched. They dared to meet the fox's eyes, and in the glance felt something kindred. As the fox closed her jaws around the gift, a bond was made. Maybe we aren't so different, you and I. The traveler returned the next day and the day after that. Each day they brought some treat for their new friend. Each day the fox steps grew a little more trusting. One day when the traveler arrived, the fox was sitting in the clearing waiting patiently.
Hello, my friend. Have you been waiting long?
Yay, they have voice actors. The fox peered up at the traveler. Her amber eyes were warm and trusting. She accepted her gift of meat, gnawing it at the traveler's feet then and there. The traveler sat imprinting into the mind the feeling of the wood beneath them, the clean air around them, and the tender bond of companionship.
Where is your home, little fox? Is it here in this grove? Or do you come to see me too?
Wait, did I read this part? I don't know if I read it, but I'll read it again. The traveler sat imprinting into the mind feeling of the wood beneath them, the clean air around them, and the tender bond of companionship.
This will be the last time, I'm afraid. Because I'll be going home tomorrow.
Oh, never mind. I did read that.
Home is such a small place compared to the rest of the world. Yet, it's some place I can't wait to return to.
So happy for you, traveler.
I wish I could bring you with me, little friend. I wish that you could see the world too.
Man, I would love to see the world.
Your home is all around me though, isn't it? It's wherever the trees are. Wherever the leaves fall.
Aw.
Little fox, perhaps it's you who's the more fortunate of the two of us.
All too soon, it was time for the traveler to go. As they bade goodbye to the forest and to the fox, they knew that they would not return, but that they would carry the memories with them always. The next day, the fox was sitting in the clearing, waiting patiently. Chapter 1 of Foxes and Fables. Why does it look like Ninetales from Pokemon? Even though it has 6 tails. Just curious. Trophy!
At Wellington Skyport. Thank you for flying with Kiwi Airlines, and we hope to see you again.
It's morning. The intercom announcement is muffled in the closet where I'm hiding, just like the clatter of the seat belts and the chattering of passengers getting ready to disembark. I wiggle around impatiently, sore from crouching in here for I don't even know how long it's been. Hours for sure. The last few minutes away always feels like they take the longest. A parade of footsteps begins to pass by outside my door. It's time. I listen carefully, waiting for a gap in the crowd. When it comes, I stand up and push the door open in a single movement. I give a wink to the shocked-looking lady that I stepped out in front of. She doesn't even have the time to gasp before I'm out of her sight. Humans, they're always kind of slow. I nod at smiling flight attendant as I pass her by, and then throw up my hood to cover my face. It's been a while since I last flew, but it doesn't seem like the things have changed much. It's always been harder to sneak on than it is to sneak off. I follow the crowd to the end of the walkway and step out onto the ground. After a long stretch, I take a deep breath and savor the fresh air after being stowed away for so long. Wellington Skyport, New Zealand.
I made it!
My breathless voice joins the pleasant hum of the skyport. A few clouds drift lazily overhead, almost within arm's reach. The sound of the waves rolling onto the shore is like a lullaby. It makes me want to burrow into the sand and take a nap. But I can't. First, I need to get out of here, and there's one more challenge ahead. Hi, Malvirtue. How are you? Hi. Up ahead, the snaking line of passengers splits as people are funneled into a few security stations. While I'm too far back to hear what the guards are saying, it looks like they're examining a little booklet from each traveler before letting them pass. Humans sure like processes, and procedures. Are you here for bedtime stories? We're reading Please Be Happy. If you want to know the name of it, just put exclamation point game. We are playing it currently on the PS5. I hope you're also doing well. Well, I'm too far back to hear what the guards are saying. It looks like they're examining a little booklet for me, traveler. Before letting them pass, humans are sure like processes and procedures. I definitely don't have a booklet like that. Glancing around, I hope to find another way out. An open window would work, or even an unguarded exit. I'm pretty sneaky when I need to be. Unfortunately, it looks like the only way to leave is to go through security. Without any other option, I join one of the lines and prepare myself. I have to do this the old-fashioned way. The line moves briskly as passengers cleared one after the other. I'm almost at the front of the queue before I knew. Oh, sorry. I'm almost at the front of the queue before I know it. As a passenger in front of me approaches the booth, I listen closely.
Good afternoon. Passport, please.
Right here. It's good to be home.
I'm sure. Welcome back.
He stamps something in the man's booklet and then hands it back to him, and he continues on out of the skyport.
Next.
That's me. I don't know what they do to people without any papers, but I don't want to find out. I'm sure it involves lots of questions, being escorted around and other unpleasant stuff. Casually approaching the gate, I put on my brightest, friendliest smile while keeping a slight distance. With my breathing steady and tail calm, I'm sure I put on a convincing act.
Passport, please.
Of course.
I fumble around in my pockets, pretending to look for my passport. Instead, I grab the useless, clunky phone that I've been carrying around and let it clatter to the ground at the guard's feet. As expected, he bends down to retrieve it for me.
Oh, let me get that for you.
And I make a run for it, bolting ahead and rushing past the security booth as quickly as I can.
Hey, you, wait!
Stop!
By the time they realize what's happened, I already have a few seconds head start. My inhuman speed, combined with the natural chaos of the skyport, should also buy me a bit of time. So I gotta get them off my tail. Dashing through the skyport doors and out into the road outside. I don't even have time to take into the city without stopping for breath. I run into the narrow streets while weaving between cars and shocked bystanders. Being seen by so many people like this is annoying, but it won't matter by tomorrow. Putting the thought out of my mind, I vault over a low wall into a nearby alley and land in a crouch. Out of sight, but for only a moment, I close my eyes and relax my muscles. All feeling disappears, except a slight warmth against my neck. Out of sight, my secret weapon. The unremarkable looking necklace is one of my only possessions, and by far the most important. A certain one, off the beads strung around my neck, begins to heat up in response to my will, a soothing warmth flowing through my body. Hi. My hands and feet begin to morph first, the fur chasing up my arms and legs as they start to shorten. This sensation was so bizarre. The first few times I tried, it's amazing how it's become second nature by now. Closing my eyes, I let my body and head shift and turn. The face is always a little uncomfortable, my only once human face, changing and lengthening into a snout with some difficulty. The process complete after only a few seconds. I open my eyes, not as a human, but as a fox. I dart away without waiting far quicker on 4 legs than I ever could be on 2. Obstacles like the stack of garbage cans ahead would be a pain to get past as a human, but instead I'm able to fit between the gaps without slowing down.
That's her! I know it!
Sounds like the security guard hasn't given up on me yet. I pick up the pace, running as fast as my paws will take me. His heavy breathing gets farther and farther away, and in just a minute or two, I know I'm safe. I don't know where I am, but it's not like I knew where I was when I started running. I almost feel bad for the guy who was chasing me. He never stood a chance. Even in the crowded city streets, there's no way anyone or anything can outrun me. The wind just wishes it could keep up with me. Comfortable that the dangers pass, I slip into another alley. Once I'm sure that I'm alone, I close my eyes and concentrate on the form I want to take once more. The familiar flowing warmth runs through me again, my body stretching and deforming at my command. A few seconds later, and I open my eyes to glance at my hands.
Better luck next time.
Brushing the dust of myself, I nonchalantly stroll out of the alleyway and back into the street. The odd person walks by on the errand, or another not paying attention to me, just the way I like it.
Left, right, past turn, left.
Mapping out my path in my head, I look for a way to the main roads. It'll be easier to get my bearings there. I pick turns at random without any real destination in mind. When I decided to make the journey to Wellington, it was pretty impulsive. I've overheard another pair of travelers talking about it and how beautiful a city is. With a moment now to take in the scenery, I can see they weren't wrong. The streets around here seems like a mix of homes and businesses. Everything is very colorful. Even the brick walls are covered in pictures and paint. In the distance, I can see green hills that are lined with houses, as well as green hills that are completely empty. There are a lot of hills now that I look around some. From just a few streets away, the sound of pedestrians and busy intersections floats my way. I head in this direction, taking shortcuts through yards and driveways when it's convenient. In one lawn, a big dog growls at me as I walk past. But when I transform and growl right back, he tucks his tail and runs away. Dogs and I always had an understanding. After squeezing one last narrow side street, I finally emerge onto what looks like a main road. There's no cars here, but tons of people on foot. There are brightly colored signs and decorations on most of the buildings. In the middle of the street, there are fountains and benches and trees and all kinds of stuff. The best part is a variety of stores. When I stroll past a few of the windows and peek in, I can already tell that I'll be able to do most of my shopping around here. There are stores with food, with clothes, and with just about everything else. I don't have any money on me, but this isn't exactly a problem. What is a problem is that it's too crowded. Dodging a couple of security guards is one thing, but trying to escape down a busy street with lots of people could be too much even for me. I just have to remember where this place is and make another visit later after all the shops are closed. Then a man in a bright coat hurries past me, talking loudly on his phone in a language I don't recognize. He's so distracted that he didn't even notice when his wallet falls out of his pocket and onto the sidewalk. I notice, of course. See an opportunity, I sip over and snatch it up, prying open the black leather pockets I find.
Score.
A couple of bills and what I figure is the local currency. I slide the money out and into a pocket of my jacket. By now, the man is so far ahead that he's almost out of sight. I had to hurry to catch up to him to give him back his wallet. He barely even says thank you.
I should have just kept the whole thing.
It's only fair that I get a little something for myself, since it's not like he would ever gotten it back without me. I head back to my bench and inspect my prize. A blue bill and a brown one. These feel sturdy. Nothing like the paper I expected.
1, 0, 10, and 5. So 15.
I think she doesn't know how to say 10. But yeah. $15 isn't much. I definitely should have kept the whole wallet. Oh well, at least this should be enough to buy myself something to drink. My thirst is starting to get the better of me. as I haven't had anything since I snuck onto the airship. Following my nose, I walk down the busy street until I find one of my many cafes lining the path. The sign hanging above its front door has a picture of a bell on it. A charming bell rings out from above the door as I enter. I can't help but savor the wave of refreshing cool air washing over me, which feels even better after so much running.
Hiya! Welcome to the Bell House.
The barista behind the counter is the only other person in the store right now, as I nod in greeting, and she leans forward with a cup in one hand and a pen in her other.
What can I get you? We're having a special on affogatos if you want to try one. Usually, they're like $7, but today, they're only $5. I'd like a...
I'm not sure what an affogato is. Isn't that a vegetable? Not wanting to commit to the strange sounding drink, I look at the menu instead. Unfortunately, it's full of handwritten spindly letters. I can't read a single word, and there are no helpful pictures. Safe option it is.
I'll just have a vanilla latte. Ugh, boring. But okay. Name? Miho.
It's my first time testing out how that name sounds, and I decide that I like it. I decided on the airship that that was the name I would use here in Wellington. I've used so many names throughout my life that I can't remember most of them. For each new city that I visit, I come up with something new. Hi, welcome to the stream. Hello. We're reading bedtime stories. It's a visual novel. It's called Please Be Happy. So sit tight, relax, and enjoy the reading. Boxes don't have any use for names, so nobody ever gave me one. She scribbles something on the cup with a black marker. If that's how this name looks, then I am even more pleased with it.
$4.50, please.
I hand her the brown bill, and she gives me back a big coin with a picture of a boat on it.
All right. I'll have this ready for you in no time.
She sure seems enthusiastic. I nod as she spins around and starts working, looking about somewhere to sit. I decide on a seat by the window with the sun pouring in. I hope you're doing well. Near the entrance of the cafe, there is a wire rack with a stack of maps and tourist pamphlets. So I grab one of the maps before taking my seat. This cafe is big and bright with plants everywhere. They're on the walls, on the floor, and on the ceiling. Most of them are real and vibrant, obviously being well cared for. Even the lights that hang down from the ceiling have glass ornaments with little shrubs in them. Seems like I made a good choice coming here. Any place with a bit of nature in it is more comfortable to me than places without.
I guess I should find a place to stay.
Looking down to the map I took, I traced the path I made from the port to this cafe. It's useful, but it doesn't really tell me anything helpful about the houses in particular. I'll need to find a higher vantage point. I move my finger along the hills I noticed from outside, following the little brown path to the patch of green with little mountain icon. That should work for now.
Miho!
My ears perk up, right as the barista arrives and places my drink in front of me.
Thanks!
I reach over and take the warm cup in my hand, but the barista doesn't let it go.
You ready for the rain tomorrow? Huh? It's gonna rain tomorrow.
I glance behind me out of the window. It's as sunny and blue as day as I'll ever see.
How do you know that? There aren't any clouds out there. I'm just good with the weather. Anyway, if you forget, then you'll be sorry.
She finally lets go of my drink and heads back behind the counter. People are weird. Does the barista pull that on everyone? Standing on the doorstep, I have my first sip.
Oh, this is really good.
It's pretty plain, but well made. The coffee isn't too bitter, which is perfect for me. With a moment to myself, my thoughts turn inwards as I sip the warm drink. My first travels were in search of someone, but despite my whole life been spent trying, I haven't made any progress in finding them. So I take into simply wandering, going wherever I wish at the time. I've been itching for a change of scenery anyway, so I snuck onto the first airship that I could. The best part about owning nothing but the clothes on my back is that I can pick up and leave whenever I feel like it. I take a moment to get my bearings and look around. I see a tired-looking person shoveling along the far footpath with a briefcase in their hand. They stop outside one of the buildings, take a deep breath, and pat their face a couple of times, and then go inside. They must not be looking forward to whatever's going to happen in there. Maybe they have to fight someone. Through the large glass windows of another store, a fawn is trying on a pair of shoes, but they don't seem to fit her hooves. The people waiting with her looked annoyed. I wonder if she fusses around with her footwear a lot. For a while, I simply let the day roll by and watch the various figures who stroll by. People watching is fun, especially in such a busy city. Eventually, I go to sip my coffee only to find something coming out. With no more reason to stick around, it's time to go. On the sunlit street, I look about to match what I can see with the map's directions. There's a tall green mountain in the distance ahead of me, which must be the one on the map. It will be the perfect vantage point for the city. Ideally, I find an empty building I can crash in, but it's not necessary. A roof over my head would be nice, but I'm plenty used to sleeping outside under the stars. Sometimes it's better than sleeping in a bed. Encouraged by the plan forming in my head, I set off on the long walk to the summit. The path to the mountain turns out to be less simple than the map made it look. First, a trail takes me along the waterfront, and then it turns upwards through a small forest area. Being among the trees and their tall shadows make me feel at home. When the path leaves the woods again, I am a little disappointed. It leads up a paved road, so I stick to the edge to avoid passing cars. Sometimes I take shortcuts through yards or up unmarked paths. There are quite a few nice-looking homes right along the roadside. I make a mental note to go check them out when I'm low on money or food. Not much further along, a concrete lookout offers another glimpse of the city. Below, a couple of airships are coming in to dock at the skyport, probably for one of the other floating islands. There's still a way to go to the top of the mountain, but luckily, the walk has been easy so far. I wouldn't even consider it a hike. Eventually, I reach the final stretch of the road. I can see where it curves ahead to the summit, and I hurry to the end. A metal railing spreads out like a crown on top of the mountain. As I go to toss my empty cup away, a pair of chatting tourists pass me by.
How far is it from here?
Oh, about an hour from the base of Mount Victoria, so a bit further from here.
Mount Victoria.
I'm glad to know what this place is called. I say the name out loud to help commit it to my memory. Standing at the edge, I'm treated to a wonderful view of Wellington. Pretty. The city forms a crescent moon shape around the bay, which glitters like a sapphire from up here. The sun is starting to set, and that makes the water even more shimmery. Even more airships can be seen coming and going. I think that I can even see the edge of the floating island we're on, miles out in the open sky. I survived the city using the skyport as a reference point. From up here, what I feel like such a long chase really doesn't look far at all. If I strain my eyes, I think I can't even see the coffee shop from the earlier. What was it the barista said it was called? The Bell House? It's kind of tough to make out details. My hearing and sense of smell may be great, but my eyes aren't that much better than a human's. Then I notice something useful.
Look! Is that our house?
Probably. What can you see from here?
I see Dad's car!
Not too far away, there's a little kid who's using a pair of metal tubes attached to a post. His mom is helping him aim at the city. It must be something that improves your vision. The moment the kid and his mom leave, I hurry before someone else can get to them first. I press my eyes to the same spot the child did, though all I can see is black. Try moving it around, but it doesn't change. Is this thing busted? Some text is printed on the side. I have no idea what it says. There's a small slot, though, with a picture of a coin next to it. Lucky for me, it's the coin that has a 50 on it. I put the coin that I received from the barista into the slot and spin a lever. The machine eats my coin, and then when I put my eyes to it again...
Yes!
Everything looks so much closer now. Even the trees on the other side of the hill appears in crystal clear detail, like I'm standing right next to them. I aim the viewing glasses at the city and look around, trying to find good places to rest for the night. Houses are a no-go, even if they look empty or abandoned. You can never let your guard down for a minute. Some with most shops, I don't have enough money for a hotel, and I won't risk sneaking into one of those either. As I'm studying the sights, trying to memorize as much as I can, there's a clicking sound, and once again, the view goes black. Stupid machine. I smack it a couple of times and check again, but I still can't see anything.
Well, whatever. Looks like I'm sleeping outside tonight. Guess this place is as good as any.
I head back down the trail a little bit and veer off it into the underbrush.
Not perfect, but it'll do.
It's not exactly the wilderness, but just about everything around here seems cityfied to some extent. Usually when I make a den, I prefer to find a place far from other people. A place where nobody will find me. I doubt I'll find anything perfect, but this is good enough.
It's fine. Can't afford to be picky.
Once the trail was out of sight, I transform again. My neck gets warm as my bead activates, and a few seconds later, I'm on all fours. As a fox, the sensations of nature are much stronger. The earth beneath my paws is cool and refreshing, and the breeze whips through my tails like a massage. Okay. I hurry down a hill covered in grass so tall that it reaches way over my head. I can smell fresh water and follow the scent to a small stream where I'm able to quench my thirst. It's just as satisfying as the drink I got in the cafe, but in a different way. And being able to slurp up water is way more enjoyable than having to use a straw. Or worse, one of those lids with the tiny holes. For a little while, I follow my nose to some berries and some edible plants. That'll do for a snack. Unfortunately, unlike the water, foraging is never as satisfying as eating human food. If I want a real meal tonight, then I should pick up the pace before it gets too late. Still, I want to get this done now while there's still daylight. I keep close to the stream and search for a place where the ground is soft. Before too long, I find a promising area, a small valley with hills on most sides and thick foliage on the others. I'm still close enough to civilization to hear cars and other city noises. But the area I'm in doesn't seem like it gets visited very often. At the very least, it doesn't really smell like people. The spot that I settled on is a nice mound of earth near the edge of the woods, partially hidden by a tall tree with low-hanging leaves. Even if no one comes by, it makes me feel better knowing that I'll be out of sight. And so I start to dig. My claws rip away the dirt as I burrow downwards, widening the tunnel just enough for me to sleek frame to it. To fit. First I dig forward and then downwards, widening out an area that's big enough for my whole body to fit. This is something I've been doing my whole life, even back when I was just a regular fox. I think that's why I don't mind it too much compared to sleeping inside somewhere. It just feels right to me. It takes a little while. By the time I'm finally finished, the first few stars have started to peek out from the sky. I shake myself clean of the dirt that sticks to my coat and then transfer back into my human form.
Spread this here, a couple of branches here, some leaves there.
I walk around the valley a bit, checking from different angles.
Not bad for just an afternoon's work.
If you weren't looking for it, I don't think you'll ever notice anything out of place. All that digging has made me work up an appetite, and not the kind that I'll be satisfied with just a few berries.
Ugh, I'm so hungry. I haven't had a real meal since yesterday.
My stomach rumbles painfully. I've been so busy since arriving here in Wellington that I kind of forgot just how hungry I was. I grabbed some human food back in town, casting one last glance at my afternoon's work. I set off towards the city.
Work never ends. Time to get some food!
I'm a bit disappointed when I finally get back to the busy street from before. I was hoping that it would be emptier now, and that all of the stores would be closed. Turns out I was half right. A lot of shops have gone dark for the evening, but there are just as many people walking around now as there were earlier. In fact, there might even be more. The patio of a restaurant has a bunch of tables full. A mermaid is sitting in the fountain. I sat by earlier, chatting with the Cyclops. Even the cafe that I visited is crowded now, with the line almost out the door. After pacing up and down the road for a while, I sit down and try to figure out what to do next. I'm not too worried about what would happen if I got caught stealing. I just escaped, obviously. And even if they somehow managed to catch me, it wouldn't be an issue for very long. See, there's something different about me that makes me extra good at being a thief. It's not just the skills I practiced over the years, like picking locks and sneaking around. No, it's a bit more special than that. Without fail, every single person I meet forgets about me by the next day. I don't know why, but I don't really care either. It's magic, that's all I know about it. Really useful magic. Everywhere I go, no matter how careless I am, all of my problems are solved by the next day. That doesn't mean there's no danger. I've been caught in the act before and beaten or harassed before. I can manage to get away. I even lost a few prizes that I stole fair and square because I had to get going in a hurry. Hey! What's up, homie? How are you? Here for bedtime stories? But if someone sees me, but isn't able to stop me, I know that I'll be home free. Sure, they might remember having something stolen, but they'll never know who did it. It almost makes things too easy. Right now, it would be smarter to just come back even later in the dead of night and hope that there are no people around. I'll be able to take my time browsing without having to worry about making a quick escape. Hey, what's up, Daryl? How are you? Where's the fun in that, though? I walk casually up and down the street, glancing into the windows without being too obvious about it. Some stores still have customers inside, others have locked their doors and shut off their lights. I'm pretty good. We're reading Please Be Happy. It's a visual novel, and I call it bedtime stories. So if you like bedtime stories, sit tight, relax, and enjoy. Most of the restaurants are still open and are only making me hungrier. Stealing from restaurants is a bit much even for me, though I tried it before, but the cluttered kitchens as well as all the tables and chairs make it hard to get around. Plus, I've learned the hard way that there are plenty of hot or sharp things for angry cooks to throw at you as you try to make your way out. Instead, packaged and pre-made foods are my best friends, things that I can grab multiples of at once and stuff into my pockets. If I'm really lucky, I'll find a place with refrigerated sandwiches or salads or sometimes perfectly good hot food that gets thrown out. You wouldn't believe the kind of stuff that's available if you don't mind sifting through the trash a little bit. It's not ideal, of course, but a hot meal is a hot meal. Hi, Undisputed. I had to take a break from Hollow Knight, like a real long break from Hollow Knight. But I hope you're doing well.
Target spotted.
It's perfect. A small convenience store, snacks lined up behind the front window. I might have to do that as well after going through the pain of looking for a Queen Garden and trying to survive. Oh, that's where I'm at. I'm at the Queen Garden. And I'm stuck at the Tyrant fight. It's fabulous. I love it for me. That's what I'm up to. Literally where I'm up to. That's like that part. And then I have to do the Path of Pain. And then, oh my gosh. I don't want to think about it. So I'm just doing some sponsors. Even better, the shops on either side of it are closed too. So there's not many other people in the area.
Locked, huh? Not surprising.
Yeah, that battle is rough. I hate that place already. I need another game. And you need any recommendations? Because I could give you over 800 of them. He. No, I'm serious. I could give you like 800 recommendations. I'm not kidding you. I actually can. Okay. Any Zelda type games or good RPG stories? Because I'd rather have that and not Queen Garden hell. I got you. Hold on, chat. Let's take a little break from reading. Okay. Walk, whistling a song I heard earlier. I'm not able to keep a smile off my face.
All in all, not a bad first date. I've got a nice nest, food to spare, and plenty of places to explore tomorrow.
Yay! There's been plenty of days in my life where I had none of those things. I unwrap one of those sandwiches that I grab and take a big bite.
Nothing beats the taste of hard work.
What hard work did you do, mijo? I hope Wellington continues to treat me well while I'm here.
So tired.
Say everything is a lot, as in a lot of content. What do you mean by that? Burglary is hard work. Okay, fair. You right about that.
I'm gonna sleep so well tonight.
I don't think I'm gonna sleep well at all tonight because I don't think I'm gonna fall asleep. I unpack everything that I got from the store as well as the treasures that I always carry with me. My lockpick, my wallet, a few pretty stones. A lot of characters. Oh, so a lot of replayability, huh? The only thing that I leave in my jacket is a small scroll.
Can't get that damaged or dirty.
No. Can't do that. Oh, is there an ad? All right. Gotta wait for 3 minutes. I'll chill for 3 minutes. Bum, 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 bum. Hold on, TikTok. We have a little intermission. My lights will flash when you're free from them. I like the music. What a vibe. Definitely a vibe. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Bum, bum, ba, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Okay, I think we're good now. We got 31 seconds. So I'm gonna start reading. Perfect. I didn't do anything. See, we're still on the same screen. So when ads come, I promise I'll pause. Plus, I can edit it for like the edited version when I upload it. Can't get that damaged or dirty. The only thing that I leave in my jacket is a small scroll. I change back into a fox and then dig another hole near the entrance to my den. This one is much simpler and shallower, and I buried some of the snacks that I stole before covering them back up with dirt.
Not like anyone's gonna come by and swipe my things, but better safe than sorry.
I don't know. Will that happen is the question.
I stole this myself after all.
You little rebel.
Don't want it being stolen from me.
I wouldn't want that either. Stuff like my pen and my favorite rock going into the burrow with me since I like having them close by. Once I got everything where it belongs, I climb into the hole myself, turning a few circles before settling down with my tail wrapped around me. From here, I have a perfect view of the stars. Okay, now this is a cute picture. I look up at the clear night sky through the mouth of the tunnel. I feel bad for all the people way down on the world.
Can they even see the stars from there?
Oh, even her tired voice is adorbs. I'd never been to the underworld, so I have no idea. I can't imagine falling asleep without them. Comfortable and safe, I close my eyes and quickly slip off to dreamland. I wake up to trouble, or at least a threat. I'm sure it's only morning as I peer out the burrow's entrance, but the sky is already dark and foreboding. My attention moves from the ominous rain clouds above to the trees outside my den. Their branches shaking in the strong breeze.
I can't believe that girl from the cafe was right.
Uh-oh. Is it raining? Is it raining? I climb up the tunnel and out into the open, sniffing the air. It just tells me what I already know. A storm is coming, and fast. But also, another scent plays on my nose, one so faint that I almost brushed it off before taking another smell. Surely I'm wrong. There's no way that. Lowering my snout on the ground, I investigate the area and then decide that I'm right. I change into my human form and look around.
Someone's been here.
Uh-oh. Yes, someone's definitely been here, but the scent isn't a human's. It's vaguely familiar, but at the same time not like anything I recognize.
And it definitely wasn't here when I went to sleep.
They must have come here in the night and stopped right outside my den.
Were they watching me sleep?
Okay, now that's creepy. Don't be like Edward Cullen, okay? If you know what that means. It's a Twilight reference, by the way.
Oh, crap.
As a fox, I dive back into my hole and make sure everything is still there. My heart pounds on my chest, but nothing appears to be missing. I also checked the spot where I buried my stash from last night, but that hasn't been disturbed either. I also checked the spot where I already read that. I breathe a sigh of relief. If any of my stuff had been stolen, I'd be so mad. But that still doesn't answer the question of what they did want. And that's even more concerning. I'm a pretty light sleeper, and usually the slightest sound or motion will wake me up. So if someone was able to sneak up on me, even I have to be impressed. Impressed and a little bit worried. I got a more pressing issue right now, though, and I stare up at the sky in disappointment.
Ugh, I hate the rain.
I like drizzle. Rain's not that bad. I would find a different place to make my nest and hide my supplies if I'd known this would happen. Instead, both burrows would probably just be piles of mud by the end of today.
I should have found a place with a roof after all.
Oh dear. I fill my pockets with the most important possessions and some of the food I grabbed last night. Everything else I wrap as tightly in the plastic bags as I can and buried them in my den. Hopefully I can find somewhere fast and then move everything else over before it gets ruined. An abandoned house would be perfect, or some other place where I'd be able to hide. I'm just about to get going when a loud flapping sound overhead catches my attention. I expect it to be a bird, but instead it's yet another bat. Oh no. Not a bat. Has anyone ever seen a bat in person? They're scary looking. I used to live in New York, and this was like, maybe I was like, 14 years ago, about close there. I got out of my church, and outside by like the curb of one of the people's who was visiting car, there was a bat chilling, and we had to call animal control. It was kind of creepy. This one is even bigger than the one I saw last night. Its wings are way longer and noisier. I can even hear it squeaking something as it flies past. Some people say bats and foxes are similar. Really? Do you think that? I don't know. I don't know if that's true. One flies and one doesn't. So I don't know about that, but okay. Sure. Oh, and bats are blind. Your old elementary school had bats?
It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath the skin. It's like a paranoid looking over my back. It's like a whirlwind inside of my head. It's like I can't stop what I'm hearing within. It's like the face inside is right beneath my skin.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Bats and wolves are both fluffy. How are you doing, fuzzy little kiwi? Thank you for the raid. What were you playing today? You came in when we're reading bedtime stories. So something really chill and mellow. Even though I have some regulars who said they played this game. And they won't tell me anything because I don't like spoilers. But what were you playing? You're playing Hollow Knight? How you liking it? I took a break from that game because that game me up mentally and emotionally. Yay! It really did. Can you tell me what part you're up to without Oh no, I had to take a break. I'm almost done with the game. I have all the notches. I'm just missing one of the mash shards, but I have to do a flower quest that you can't get injured whatsoever. And you getting injured means you have to start over again. So that's gonna be a fun side quest to do. Let's see. Then there's I already did one of the DLC battles, which I don't want to spoil it for you. You just beat the okay, so you're in the City of Tears. The City of PTSD it's called. Oh no, Delicate Flower is not fun. She took out Soul Master tonight and spent the rest of the stream going for upgrades and grinding. You should totally fight the Soul Master again when you can. It's so fun fighting him twice. Oh man, such a blast. Yes, you do. Are you trying to 100% the game? I'm trying to 100% the game. So that's my torture. I'm trying to fill out my hunter's book. We're forcing her to. That's so evil. I am like 99.5% in the game. I'm not platinuming the game, but I want to get close. I want to get the true. Okay. I don't know if your friends spoiled it for you yet, but do you know that there's more than one ending in that game? There's more than two, by the way. There's about 5 endings. Yeah, there's 5 endings. There's a DLC ending. There's the one that you will break your controller ending. There's the default ending. There's the true ending. And then there's some side quest ending thingamajig that you have to do, which I kind of figured out by mistake. But yeah, that's it without spoiling it. I promise I try not to spoil. But do you like visual novels? If you like visual novels, please stick around for the visual novel. But I do have a really nice message for you guys. So stick around. I hope it plays. I hope it plays. I hope it plays. Has it been more than 15 minutes? It should play, right? Oh, we gotta wait 8 minutes. Can you wait 8 minutes for that wonderful message to pop up? We gotta wait 8 minutes. Dang it. It's on a cooldown. I know. Oh. I love that for me. No, I had people that used to fake raid me, so I had to put it in a cooldown just for that moment. I know you gotta wait 8 minutes for that suspense, but anyways, you're up to the City of Tears. Great. Okay. Now, people that was in Fuzzy Little Kiwi's chat, did she use the simple key to open the cave, or did she open the sewer? Wait, how am I spoiling the ending? I'm not spoiling anything. Oh no! That was my mistake. Oh man, I made such a big mistake. Tell her. Sorry. Wait. There goes the little kitty. It's a little kitty mermaid, okay? Okay? Nothing to see here. It's a kitty mermaid. Actually, I should put a fox since we're reading about a fox. Oh my gosh, I'm horrible. I'm over here saying I don't like spoilers, and my dumb is like... Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I am a little scattered brain. Okay, here. I'll put this cute thing of a fox. Bam. 2 foxes sleeping. Wholesome. There you go. 2 foxes sleeping. You see them? That's gotta be my favorite way to meet someone ever. Sorry. Okay, great. All right. Is it ready? The 8 minutes pass. No, we got another 6 minutes. All right, I'm gonna continue reading this little story. Okay, so I'm gonna get a little recap. So this visual novel is called Please Be Happy. You are a fox. Her name is Miho. There's voice acting in the game. I'm just reading the mind and the narration or whatever. She transformed into a human. She moved into New Zealand, and we found out that she is in a cave, but it rained. And a barista told her it was going to rain, and she didn't believe her. And look, she got soaked in the rain. But now we met a bat. And I don't know what the bat is, so yeah. No, we're not going to eat the bat. Wait, do foxes eat bats? Some people say bats and foxes are similar. I don't see it. Oh, I watch it fly around for a little while before it takes off towards the city.
Maybe it knows somewhere to stay. Guess I'll follow it for now.
She's so cute! Oh my god, I have so much editing to do for this video. A couple of times it disappears between the trees or just too far ahead. But I always manage to catch back up. She's adorable. I love visual novels. If you want to know the list of the visual novels I've done, I think I have a command for it. I don't know. Or maybe it's just... Yeah, no, I don't have that command. I thought I did. All right. A couple of times it appears between the trees or just too far ahead, but I always manage to catch back up. I really thought I had a command for it. I don't remember it. Wolfman, do you remember it? Eventually, we're out of the woods and back into civilization where a car whizzes right past me. There's a sidewalk here and other people walking around. Most of them look up to the sky nervously, though, and everyone seems to be in a hurry. Oh, so the part I'm in spoiler territory, so I don't want to spoil it for you. But I am nearly done with Hollow Knight, so I can play Silk Song. I love Coffee Talk. Oh my gosh. There's Coffee Talk 1, there's Coffee Talk 2, and then there's a new one called Coffee Talk Tokyo coming out this November. Oops. Did I say something I wasn't supposed to say? No, it's actually coming out. They announced it in PAX East. But yeah, gotta check it out. Yeah, I love Coffee Talk. I finished it on Xbox. Such a good one. I got Date Everything, which is another I heard was a really good one. I highly recommend you to play, if you never played visual novels, play Doki Doki Literature Club. Doki Doki's Literature Club as your first visual novel, and then you fall in love with visual novels. And then if you like a really cool, like suspenseful visual novel, The Letter. You need to play The Letter. The Letter is fabulous. No, it's not. I like stuff like that. Monica lives in my stream, by the way. So if you look at my About Me and you see like channel points, Monica is in the stream, and it's a spoiler. But yeah, Monica's here. She's our guardian angel. Just Monica. Yup. One of my follower alerts is just Monica, and it's my voice because I'm so creative. I have a laugh track. All right, did 6 minutes pass? Holy cow, this is the longest 8 minutes I ever have to deal with. Sheesh, like caramba. Most of them look up the sky nervously, though, and everyone seems to be in a hurry.
Guess I'm not the only one looking to get away from the rain.
Girl, I would do the same. Oh, that's a lot of reading. I'm just about to get going when a loud flapping sound overhead catches my attention. I expect it to be a bird, but instead it's yet another bat. More people seem to be going in the direction I was headed than anywhere else, so I stick to that. By now, my winged guide is almost out of sight again. Just a little black speck in sky flying into the distance. Oh, look, it's a fox by itself now. I don't know how that happened. Magic. Woo! Farther up the road, there's a slope that leads to a big, fancy-looking building. It doesn't look like a shop or a restaurant, at least. Not one that I've ever seen, but there are so many people going in and out that it has to be open to public. That's good enough for me. It'll give me somewhere dry to spend some time, and maybe I can learn something useful. Plus, places like this usually have plenty of valuables inside if I'm lucky. I might be able to find something to fund my next few days. Bam! Oh, come on, you cool down. You suck. Even I was the one who made it. After all, the bigger the target, the less likely they are to notice something missing. This sturdy oak door isn't as heavy as it looks. A firm push being enough to heave it open. Gingerly stepping inside and out of the rain. I'm greeted by books, lots of books. Oh, you'll get there, don't worry. I promise I'm not holding you hostage for no reason. I promise you that, okay? Books on shelves, books on tables, books on the floor, books everywhere. Hostage in chat, okay? Chill. I'm not saying anything that's sussy. The place even smells of musty old paper, and the dozen or so people inside are mostly leafing through pages in the aisles. The odd silence about the building is striking, given how many are around. Oh, the champagne thing? That's a bit glass. So if every time people send bits, it drops spits. I used to have an owl there, a VTuber, and it poop spits. But we got rid of the owl for now. Yeah, it's from Streamlabs. That's Streamlabs. These are things I made. One of my community members made my name into Japanese, which is pretty dope. It's actually a webcam thing, but I use it for TikTok. But yeah. And I think that's about it. I don't think I have anything cooler on my stream. Except if you put explanation commands, a whole of commands will show up. Ready? And speaking of commands, here's my favorite. That's the right song. But yes, a little bit about myself. I play a lot of indie games. I do a lot of sponsors. This is actually a sponsor stream brought to you by Keymailer. And I have also partnered with Ubisoft, Wire Productions, and a whole other stuff that I kind of forgot in the back of my head. But if you want to stick around, you're more than welcome to. And if you have to rate and run and, take care of yourself pre-stream or after stream stuff, go right ahead. Truly understand. I know how it is. I'm in the East Coast. It's 1 a.m. and I am fully awake and I can't sleep. So woohoo. Yay me. And I don't even drink coffee. The place even smells of musty old paper, and the dozen or so people inside are mostly leafing through pages in the aisles. The odd silence about the building is striking given how many are around. It doesn't look like a shop, so I assume this must be a library. I've heard of them, but I've never been in one. No point since I can't read at all. I used to love the library. But it's warm and cozy and very dry, so I'll do just fine. There's a desk near the entrance with a computer on it that I assume would be where I check in. It's unattended, which is good for me. Thank you so much. Thank you for leaving your lovely community here with me. I promise they'll be safe. I will put them fast sound asleep with bedtime stories. Also, I want to hear an update of Hollow Knight, of how far you are. I will definitely return to it maybe in October. Maybe sooner. I don't know. Depends on my mood. I take a seat in an empty chair nearby and sit back just to observe for a bit. There are plenty of people, but it's not too busy. Lots of empty, unwatched spaces. Most folks seem to be here alone or in small groups that keep to themselves. There's not much conversation going on, and what there is all whispered. I think that's a typo, right? They said is twice. There is all whisper. It's okay. It happens. Nobody gives me a second glance, which is a good sign. It means I'm probably not breaking any rules just by being here. Deal? Perfect. I do follow you on TikTok, so no excuses. Behind a desk, there's a hallway leading deeper into the building. And I peek around the corner to see what's back there. All I can see are some shut doors, and at the very back, a staircase. After glancing around to make sure no one's watching, I sneak down the hole and try a couple of the doors. All of them are locked. I could probably pick them if I wanted to. No sense trying to do that now, though. Is there anything more valuable around? An antique clock or vase would be perfect. Sadly, it's almost all books and small trinkets that look pretty worthless. Not even worth the trouble of stealing. At least it's got a roof. I do spot a couple of promising items, like a set of old coins, and memorize their locations. I wander back to the main area where I came in. Outside, it hasn't started raining yet, but it's only a matter of time. The wind is loud and gusty, and even opening the door is enough to make me shiver.
Look!
Yo, thank you for the follow.
I've got news for you. You're mine now. You belong to me.
Can you guess what that movie's from? I got a raid and run. It's 6 a.m., but
A
it
new
was nice to
shooting
meet you.
star
Hopefully I
appeared.
can catch you properly sometime. Of course. So nice to meet you. I am a nighttime streamer, so yeah. No schedule at the moment, but yeah. If nothing else, I can probably wait out the rain here, but my poor abandoned snacks back at the den. What a waste. Can't do anything about it now, though. I should keep looking around. I move slowly through the area, never going beyond what seems to be public area. I pretend to inspect a few books, taking them off the shelves and flipping through the pages. But I'm actually mapping out the place in my head. Doors, windows, and potential places to hide, things like that. Hi, Leps. How are you? It's your favorite bedtime stories. I promise this one's not sussy. This is totally wholesome. I promise you. But you are a fox, so I don't know how wholesome that is. I'm gonna read this again just in case I missed out. Can't do anything about it now, though. I should keep looking around. I move slowly through the area, never going beyond what seems to be a public area. I pretend to inspect a few books, taking them off the shelves and flipping through the pages, but I'm actually mapping out the place in my head. Doors, windows, and potential places to hide, things like that. Most of the time, this kind of info is unnecessary. It's been at least a few decades since I've had to make a dramatic escape from anywhere at this point. Plotting an escape route is just a habit. Overall, I like what I'm seeing. Even with the locked doors and off-limit hallways, there are a lot of nooks and crannies that would make good hiding spots, especially as a fox. I'm doing good too, thank you for asking. We're reading some bedtime stories. From the thick dust that coats a lot of these areas, I can tell they don't get a whole lot of visitors. If I'm careful, I might be able to go a whole week or more without being noticed. As long as I can get in and out of the building easily, that is, and with the huge windows that line the back wall, that seems easy enough too. I weave around a couple of shelves that are taller than I am. For the far back corner, I peer around the corner of the last aisle just to make sure I'm alone. But I'm not. At a small table by the window sits a woman with a small book in her hand, resting against her fingers. Why are they so cute? Oh my gosh, another cutie. She's perfectly still, but mouths the words on the page as she reads, like she's tasting them instead of just seeing them. Her expression has a distant look of someone way off in their own world, far away from this one. She looks so at peace that I think she must belong in that other world. She's beautiful and elegant in the same way as a painting, with the light from the window shining on her like a display. I duck back behind the bookshelf, pressing one hand to my racing heart. My other bumps against one of the books on the shelf, and it falls with a dusty thump. Cursing my clumsiness, I silently back away in case she decides to investigate. But she doesn't leave her chair.
I suppose it's nothing.
She turns and gazes out the open window at what I don't know. A moment later, she returns to her book and leaves this world again. I stay hidden in my face, still burning a little bit. Yes, I think this will be the perfect place to spend some time. Suddenly, there's a much louder boom than the one I caused as thunder rumbles outside. A few people around the library startle at the sound and look around. Sigh, and the girl in the chair pulls the window beside her. Close the first drops of rain falling not a minute later. I investigate the window later. Right now, I don't want to bother her. So I head back to one of the plush chairs on the other side of the library and take a seat. I could be here a while depending on how long the rain lasts, so I may as well get comfy. I find a few books that have more pictures than words, and I curl up in one of the soft chairs to flip through them. There aren't as many of those ones, and I go through the stack. Pretty fast. It takes long enough for the rain to start, though. Hey, what's up, Ghost Mode? Oh, thank you for the rose. Hold on a second. That's weird. I am connected, but it didn't... My lights didn't change different color, did it? Weird. Let's check. Weird. Probably need to reconnect it again. Connections. Also, thank you for the 139 likes. I appreciate you. Oh, never mind. It's working. There we go. Now it should work. The longer I read, the louder and pounding of rain and the howling of the wind becomes. Guess it's not letting up anytime soon. I can't complain though. This library is pretty cozy. By my usual standards, it's warm. And safe, and nobody tells me to go away. I even have snacks. More than once, I get up and walk around the library again, even though I got most of it memorized by now. I take notes of things like a child's stuffed toy that's lying on the floor in one section, or the thin blanket that's stuffed between a bookshelf and the wall. On my third or fourth trip around, I finally found something I've been looking for. In one of the far corners, totally opposite from where I saw the reading girl earlier, there's a single chair and small table. On the wall nearby is a portrait. The painting itself is of a girl with light brown hair, but I barely pay any attention to that. What I'm interested in is the frame. Thank you for the 256 likes. It's lovely. It looks like it might be made out of gold. It certainly shines like it. It's carved intricately into the shape of waves, flowing up and down. It's got to be worth something. I pretend to not pay much attention to it as I make my way back to my table. There's way too many other people around for me to be able to try to sneak it out. It's too big to fit under my jacket without being obvious. Okay, this fox is really a thief. That just means I have to come back some other time, maybe once this place is closed. The hours pass by and the storm continues. I'm kind of disappointed about losing a whole day, especially so soon after arriving. But it's not like I'm in any sort of hurry. I pat one of my pockets, feeling the familiar and reassuring weight of the paper scroll that's tucked away there. That scroll is the only thing close to a purpose that I have, and it's not particularly urgent. Or at least I don't have any way to deal with it faster. I spent a long time reading. It's almost afternoon when I go and check the windows again. But the rough weather outside continues at this rate. I'll be sleeping in a puddle of mud tonight. Unless... A quick check shows that a lot of the other library patrons have left. It's not empty, but it's not nearly as full as earlier. Guess some of them decided it was worth braving the rain. Look as nonchalant as I can. I get up from my seat and pretend to browse again, slowly moving through the shelves. The reading girl is gone now, although she's not what I was looking for. Instead, I pick up the dropped toy and blanket that I spotted earlier and then head to one of the out-of-the-way hiding spots I picked out before. It's on the floor between the shelf and the wall, but has a bit of a carpet to help make it softer. Even better, it's between two corner shelves, meaning that it's practically out of sight if you're not looking for it. I wriggle my way between the furniture and lie down, using the toy as a pillow and draping the blanket over me. I toss and turn a few times before finally settling down.
Yep, not bad at all.
Even though I haven't done much today, I'm always down to take a nap. I can pass a few hours by sleeping, wake up once it's dark, and then grab that picture frame and be on my way. I have to rebuild my den once I get back, but that's a problem for future me. I yawn, staring up at the ceiling until my eyes get heavy.
Maybe today won't be a total waste after all.
The soft sound of cloth rustling wakes me up from my dreamless sleep. How did someone sneak up on me twice now? I don't know how long it's been. The sky outside has darkened significantly. And now stars twinkle outside the window. There's no time to react as the sound comes closer. I hear no footsteps, but suddenly a woman steps into view. Her clothes are pure white, making her stand out like a ghost in a dark library. Her cape rustles again as she reaches towards one of the shelves. One of the shelves I'm hiding behind, to be precise. Gingerly, she moves two books to the side and then slides another book into the space she created. She handles them like precious treasures that might break if she's too rough. I stay perfectly still, afraid to even breathe in case she notices me. My heart beats wildly as she slowly and deliberately looks over the shelf, examining their titles before taking a book from the second lowest row. Through the gap she creates in the shelves, our eyes meet in the darkness. Oh no. I tense up as she steps around the shuffling between us to get a better look at me, preparing myself to leap away if the need arises. The carefully memorized layout of the library flashes through my mind as I frantically plot the best way to flee. Even as I prepare my escape, I can see her taking in everything about me. The stolen blanket, the makeshift pillow, my generally disturbed appearance. Another raid? Oh my gosh. 3 raids back to back.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes.
That was longer than usual. What's up? How are you? What were you playing? Also, I do have a raid song, but we just got raided not too long ago. So I don't think I could play it. Let's see how bad this cooldown is for you. Yay! 9 minutes! You gotta wait for the raid song. I hope you don't mind waiting 9 minutes. I had Kiwi wait for 8 minutes, and it was torturous. But we're reading bedtime stories. This is called Please Be Happy. So yeah. Let's go back to the story. Even as prepared for my escape, I can see her taking in everything about me. The stolen blanket, the makeshift pillow, my generally disheveled appearance. Oh, hold on. Are we at ads? I don't even know if we're ads or not. Okay, we're not ads. Perfect. She opens her mouth, and I brace myself for the verbal attack that's sure to come. Did you platinum it? You're platinuming Spider-Man. Nice. Hello, Dragon King. Welcome to the stream.
Hello there.
Oh, mommy. What's up? I like that voice you have there. She got that mommy voice. All right, I'm sorry. Yo, congratulations on platinuming Miles and Spider-Man. That's pretty dope. Good for you. That's awesome.
May I ask why you're sleeping on the floor?
Oh, she got an accent too? Okay, mommy. Why is she sleeping on the floor? The floor is warm? Yeah, I felt that, mijo. It doesn't matter what I say, just distract her enough to get away.
I don't have anywhere else to sleep.
Yeah, honesty is the best policy. Good girl, mijo.
I thought so.
She leans down and offers me a hand, and I look at it warily. I don't take it, but I slowly stand, letting the blanket fall to my feet and trying to subtly get into position to run.
Well, I have an extra room on the second floor that you're welcome to borrow, if you'd prefer that.
Mommy, yes, mommy. Yes, mommy. Yes, mommy. Put me upstairs. I've been a bad girl.
Otherwise, you're more than welcome to remain here, on the ground. I apologize for waking you.
Okay, so she's giving you choices here. To sleep on the floor or go upstairs. With a smile, the oddly calm woman steps away and busies herself organizing another row of mop books. She probably expects me to let my guard down and take her offer. I'm just a stranger, someone who broke into her library. There's no reason for her to treat me so kindly. My years of experience, and there are plenty of those, tell me it's a trap.
Thanks, but no thanks. I'll just be going, actually. Sorry to bother you like this.
Oh. I hurry past her shoulders, tense as I expect her to grab me or try to stop me. She doesn't, though. The one time I glance back, she's watching me with a strange expression that I don't recognize. When I get outside and away from the library, I breathe a sigh of relief.
Whew, that was close. I'm not falling for that one again.
I don't blame you. The last time I let someone feel sorry for me and I accepted a place to stay, I woke up for them trying to empty my wallet. I may be a thief, but at least I do it honestly. I wouldn't try to trick someone like that. That wasn't the first time someone tried to fool me and take advantage of me either.
Still, it's a shame to lose such a nice hiding place. Maybe I'll give it a couple of days for that woman to forget about me, and then try again. If she wasn't lying about there being an empty room on the second floor, then maybe I could sneak into there.
Tonight, though, I'm on my own. Shivering, I wrap my coat and tail tightly around myself as I think about what to do next. The rain has stopped, although it's still cold and cloudy. My stomach rumbles since I haven't eaten anything other than snacks all day.
Ugh.
I may as well get it over with and go check on the status of my den.
Well, it could be worse.
It's not as bad as I expected, which is a pleasant surprise.
What's a little mine? It'll be just fine.
I swapped to my fox form to prod around. The entrance has caved in a little. But after I scoop that out, I find that the rest of the tunnels and main room are relatively intact. Cold as hell, but intact. Seems the trees protected the den from a lot of the rain. It takes me a while to find the spot where I buried my stash, since the stick I used to mark the spot got washed away. Eventually, I locate it, though, and start digging. The cold mud makes my paws dirty and sore, and little flecks cover my fur. After I finally reach the soggy plastic bags, I shake myself clean before opening them as a human. Some water has seeped through, and I opened the spoiled items before tossing them away. I'm not too picky, but I have plenty of other snacks to choose from.
Eat up, birdies!
A few of them swoop down to inspect the offering. I scarf down a quick meal of cookies and unwarmed soup, along with some cold water from the stream. At least the water is satisfying. Then, even though I just woke up from a nap not too long ago, I shift back into my fox form to crawl into my den and curl up. I'm sure it'll be a while before I fall asleep, but I don't feel like going back into town. I've had enough excitement for one day. This isn't all that bad. Regular foxes without magic powers have it way worse than I do. Although back when a fox was all I was, I wouldn't have really cared. To this day, I'm not sure what it is that makes me different. I used to be just like them, no desire to go beyond the forest or anything. And then one day I became whatever I am now. All I had was my necklace, a small scroll that I can't read, and the memory of the person who has given it to me. They were so kind to me, that stranger in the forest. They wished me well, even though I was just an ordinary fox. Somehow that didn't seem to matter to them. I never even knew their name, just their face and their voice. But I know that I'll recognize them when I see them again. It's just a matter of finding them. Let's see if the raid song's ready. Nope, we gotta wait 2 more minutes. So since then, I've been looking, and surviving. Looking for them is what keeps me going. It's enough to live for. If I wasn't, I don't know what else I'd be doing. I guess I'd just be surviving. But if that was the only thing, I think I'd rather have just stayed a fox. Standing outside my den in human form, I take stock of how things stand. The sun's thankfully out this morning, but everything remains damp from the ground to the muggy air itself. The chill on the breeze is the worst, making me shiver every time it hits me. The Bell House was pleasant when I visited a couple of days ago, so I decided to head down towards the main street and get a coffee there while working out my next moves. Coming to the door, out of the cafe, I pause and wipe my feet on the map outside. The human fascination with surroundings themselves in concrete makes a little more sense as I work the mud on my feet. With that, I finally head inside only to stop in my tracks as the door shuts behind me. Standing behind the counter is the same girl who I saw reading in the library yesterday. Talking with the customer as she takes their order, that gentle aura about her is unmistakable. The person in front of me finishes their order and I step up to the counter.
Good morning. Welcome to the Bell House.
Why do everyone have such a nice accent?
What can I make for you today? Oh, hi. I'll have...
Please not a vanilla latte again. A vanilla latte? No, that's boring.
What do you recommend? I want to try something new. I'm glad you asked. I was just thinking that you look like the sort of person who would enjoy one of our Fairy Kiss chillers.
Chiller.
It's one of our signature drinks, with a vanilla gelato base and a mint chocolate chip swirl.
I love gelato. I was planning to get something warm, but that does sound pretty good.
Okay, give me one of those then. Perfect. And could I get your name, please? It's Miho.
She scribbles something onto a cup and finishes it with a big flourish.
I'll have that right out for you. Thanks.
I pay and then go take the same seats as before. Next to one of the windows is pretty empty in here again, so I can sit wherever I want. Before the barista starts making my drink, I spot her writing something else down in her little notebook. She glances my way once or twice while she does, but I pretend not to notice. I wonder what it is. The barista yesterday didn't write anything down. Anyway, I got more important things on my mind. I mull over the plan which formed as I walk here, becoming increasingly happy with it. Tonight, I have already decided I'm going to sneak back into the library. Between that picture frame and some of the other trinkets I saw, I should be able to enough to fund my next few days in Wellington. Finding somewhere to sell, it should be the easy part. I've got a dozen excuses that I can recite about where the items came from. Dead grandma, spring cleaning, new renovations. Hi, Ariel. Yes, it's bedtime stories. I know it's been forever. I haven't done bedtime stories. I'm good. I'm glad. I'm happy to do it again. Yo, Shadow, are you ready? Hi. I know I love bedtime stories. It's just sometimes I'm not in the mood to read, but today I'm in the right mood to read. Sometimes I try extra hard and pretend that the things I'm selling are really special to me and earn a bit more cash that way. Sometimes I just take whatever they give me. After years of watching other humans do it and trying it out myself, I've gotten good at pawning items off. I find myself idly watching the barista make my drink. While I do, I practice a disarming smile. All of her movements are quick and practiced, but she has that same faraway look in her eyes that I noticed yesterday. She looks up and our eyes meet. I don't look away, and she turns pink before ducking away behind a machine out of sight.
Huh. Weird girl.
I turn my head around to look around the cafe, and a butterfly outside catches my attention, so I watch that instead. It flutters back and forth, landing on the flower and resting its wings.
Miho!
Oh, I need to get rid of that link. Oh, my coffee's ready. I quickly get up and skip over to the counter. Cup in hand, she starts to head over to give it to me. But then several things happen at once. One of the little tassels on the pocket of her apron catches on one of the drawers behind the counter, and she jerks to a stop, eyes wide with surprise. And my drink tumbles out of her hand, landing onto the counter with a wet gloop sound as the ice cream splats against it, sending mint green rivers of coffee everywhere. Uh-oh. A few seconds pass where we just look at each other, neither of us quite sure what to do. And then she takes a deep breath.
I am so sorry. I'll make you a replacement right away. Just give me 1 second and I'll have that ready for you.
Aw. I'll be nervous too if I spill a drink for a customer. That's kind of embarrassing if you think about it. Her words spill out faster than the beverage, making it hard to even understand what she's saying. Her face is bright red as she spins back around and grabs another empty cup. Then she stops, hands hovering awkwardly.
Wait, I should clean this up before it dries and starts to go bad.
Uh-oh. She hurries back to the mess, wiping at it with some napkins. She mops up as much of it as she can with one hand and leaves the soggy paper on the counter while she starts to remake my drink.
I'm really sorry. This is such an embarrassment. I
don't even know if she's talking to me or to herself. I freeze up for a second, looking for an appropriate response to an apology. I'm not used to people apologizing to me. It's a whole different world for you, huh, Miho?
Oh, it's fine. I'm not in a hurry.
Instead, I just sit back down at one of the tables and watch. She makes the drink twice as fast and then carries it very slowly to the counter, setting it down in its clean spots. This time, she takes a deep breath before speaking, like she's afraid she's going to mess that up too.
All right, here's your drink. Again, I'm very sorry. This is your first time here, isn't it? I hope it doesn't leave a bad impression.
Aww.
Second, actually. Yesterday was the first time. How'd you know?
I make an effort to remember as many of our customers as I can, as well as their favorite orders. I believe you can learn a lot about a person from how they drink their coffee.
Well, that's too bad for her, because she won't remember me at all next time. I take a big sip of the drink she made for me. It's creamy and rich and sweet all at the same time.
Whoa, this is really good! It's kind of like a milkshake, but not. But it's not like coffee either.
I know what they're trying to touch on, but you know, copyright stuff, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, exactly. I'm very glad that you like it. It's one of my favorite beverages that we serve.
I take a big sip of the drink she made for me. It's creamy and rich and sweet all at the same time.
In fact, the recipe was my idea.
Whoa! They should put you in charge of all the recipes.
She smiles again. Seems like she's gotten over the crisis of the spilled drink already. That's the spirit, mijo.
Thank you. I'll make you another one of my favorites next time, if you'd like.
Totally.
At least I know what to order next time, even though I'll have been forgotten. I'm already thinking of this place as my go-to coffee shop, especially since it's a convenient area. Tasty drinks and cute baristas. I don't have a reason to go anywhere else. Uh-huh. A knocking sound from the employee area gets both of our attention.
Hey, Aspen, can you start another batch of croissants?
Her name is Aspen? What a name.
Oh, sure. I'll be right there.
He said croissants. Very fancy. Pinkies up. She calls back over her shoulder and then looks back at me briefly.
Have a nice day, mijo.
She said her name.
You too.
With a wave, she gathers the trash from the cleanup and throws that away before disappearing into the back. So her name is Aspen. That's what I said. That's a pretty name. I have to try and remember that. Getting up from my seat, I decided to head back outside for some fresh air, sipping my fairy kiss chiller as I go. I head out the door and onto the increasingly busy main street. I already know my plans for tonight, but I still got some time to kill before then. What should I do? Oh, we got choices now. Okay, I'm going to hide my camera for a moment. And you're going to help me pick which one you want to see. Okay, so there is Oriental Bay. Did I pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, there we go. All right, Oriental Bay, Mount Victoria, Den, or Cuba Street. So choices 1, 2, 3, or 4. What do you think? 1 for Oriental Bay, 2 for Mount Victoria, 3 for Den, or 4 Cuba Street? What does the thinking cap with the reading book mean? What does that mean? I think I want to go to Oriental Bay. Yeah, Oriental Bay sounds like a vibe. It's not far from where I am to the beach, so I decide to head down there. Passing through the city streets, I recognize some of this area from my first day here when I was running from the Skyport guard.
Whew. Glad that guard chased me in this direction, or I'd have never found the Bell House.
Oh. And really, that's been the highlight of Wellington so far. When I get down to the beach, I take a moment to enjoy the salty sea air. At this level, it's impossible to tell where the ocean ends and where the open skies begin. You can see the skyport from where I am with a few older ships anchored in the harbor close by. While I'm admiring the view, a worried-looking lady comes up and waves for my attention.
Hi, I'm looking for my son. He's about this tall and wearing a red sweater. His name's Tommy. Have you seen him?
Nope. I haven't seen anyone like that. I just got here.
Okay, thanks.
She walks away in a hurry, looking right and left as she goes to ask someone else.
Humans sure do have it rough.
Tell me about it. Want to switch, mijo? Since they can't smell or even hear most things, it's a wonder they don't get lost more often. I amble along the waterfront, watching all the people as I go like Cuba Street. There's a lot going on. Under a nearby bridge, a group of 3 mermaids are racing each other. Close to the bridge are a bunch of people fishing, with a stressed-looking guy running back and forth between them. Next to the boarded-up market stall and some big crates, I notice something weird. There's a fabled with a big flower on their head that spins like a propeller. They're using it to drift in a small circle above something near the crates. I have to check it out, of course. Nobody else pays any attention. I wander over and take a look. The fabled stops spinning as I approach and gives me a helpless look, but doesn't say anything. On the other side of the crates, out of sight from the path, there's a little boy sitting on the ground with his back to one of the wooden boxes.
Are you Tommy?
The kid jumps, totally surprised. Oops. He scrambles up and looks at me with wide eyes.
How'd you know? Your mom's looking for you. She seemed pretty worried.
Aw. His expression goes from surprise to a sullen real quick.
I don't care. I don't want to go with her.
Uh-oh, he's mad at her.
Why not? Why are you over here instead?
'Cause I'm hiding.
Really? You're a really bad hider, but sure, okay.
Oh. Okay.
She's like, sure. It's a pretty crummy hiding spot. I mean, it's totally open on 3 sides. I don't say that, though. Yeah, I was saying the same thing, Miho. We were thinking the same. Crazy. You're an inanimated person on my monitor. We were thinking the same way. Wild. Instead, I looked up at the fabled floating overhead. It looks almost as gloom as Tommy.
Who's that?
That's Jerby! You mean you can see him?
Yeah.
I can. Is that weird?
Mom and Dad can't see him. They think I'm just making him up. He doesn't talk, but he's real.
Jerby waves from up high.
He kinda gave away your hiding spot. I saw him from the road.
Mom can't see him, and that's all that matters.
Aww.
Why are you hiding from her?
'Cause...
Give us a better reason. Tommy sits back down and scratches at the dirt with a rock.
Well, good luck.
She's like, I don't care. Good luck. Guess he doesn't want to go along with this conversation. I start to walk away. He doesn't seem like he's in any danger, and I don't want to get blamed for him hiding in the first place.
Hey, wait a minute.
Uh-oh. I turn around. He's already standing up again.
Are you gonna go tell her where I am?
I think you should, but if you don't want me to, I won't. Before I can answer, his eyes got huge again. Oh, there's his mommy. Look, look, look. See? You waited too long.
Tommy, there you are.
Dun, dun, dun. I have to turn around again. This time it's the woman from before. She's already flying past me over to Tommy.
Are you okay? What were you doing? Don't you ever run off like that again. Oh, I'm just glad you're safe, though.
Her voice goes up and down between relief and angry. She has Tommy in a tight hug. He's just staring forward grumpily. Jerby is flying in distressed circles again. Finally, the lady turns to me.
You found him, right? Thank you so much. I was so worried.
No problem.
I didn't really do anything. I did find him, but so did she. Guess she's not thinking about it much.
Come on, Tommy. Let's go home. We'll talk about this there.
No, I'm not going. That's not home.
Oh. Sounds like a spoiled brat, but okay. My ears flinch as he yells. He stamps his foot on the ground to make his point.
Tommy, sweetie.
Is she being nice because I'm next to her? Bro, if she was Puerto Rican, this would have gone left right away. Wait.
Home is where it's
Left
you,
right
me,
away.
and Dad, not that apartment.
Ooh, got it. Makes sense now.
It's still your home, too. But this, it's like your second home now.
No, it isn't. Not without you, it's not.
Okay. Now I understand.
Do you and Dad really have to get it?
Oh no. Tommy, who was already sniffling, can't keep from breaking down and crying as he throws his arms around his mom and hugs her back.
I don't want you to go.
Oh. I get the impression that I should probably leave. Normally, I'm happy to be nosy and listen in on things, but right now seems kind of awkward. Neither of the humans notice me leave, but Derby, the fabled, sadly waves goodbye as I head off. I wonder what makes him stick around. I've never seen a fable like him before. Not being able to be seen by certain people sure sounds useful, though. I don't have to go far before the sounds of Tommy and his mom talking are drowned out by the noise of the waterfront. I easily fit into the crowd of people milling about. Being able to live a life that no one notices is close enough to being invisible. I'm pretty lucky that I don't ever have to have those kind of tearful conversations or panic about someone missing. No, being part of the crowd is just perfect for me. I stand on the concrete and admire the ocean until I have had my fill, and then I start wondering again. I stand on the concrete and admire the ocean until... I already read this again. Okay, so we did Oriental Bay. We can't go to the library, so either Mount Victoria, the Den, or Cuba Street. She did mention Cuba Street. Or we could go to Mount Victoria. Let's go to Cuba Street, since she mentioned it. They say the perp always returns to the scene of the crime, so I head back to the main streets. By the looks of it, the store I swiped from is in the same as always. The person sweeping the front of the store doesn't even seem a little bit stressed. I never steal enough for it to be noticeable, but it's always a point of pride when the place looks the same as always the next day. A smug smile creeps on my face as I pass by, snacking on the chocolate bar I took from their shelves. Oh, okay, it was a short dialogue. Oh, so Mount Victoria is the main story kind of thing. Oh, that's what it means. So basically when there's like a little thinking cap and a story, that's the main story. Okay. We're just reading extra dialogue then. Without much else to do to pass the time, I head back to my den. It's not the best place to hang around, honestly, but it's comfortable enough. Looking around the small area, I shift back into my usual form. If I have to kill some time, I might as well have fun while I do at it. A couple of hours later, I'm happily in my fill of chasing butterflies and snacking on mushrooms. Okay, time to get back to it. I have plenty of time to kill and also plenty of restless energy. I decided to go for a walk up Mount Victoria just to give myself something to do. I take the long way up this time instead of taking a bunch of shortcuts like usual. It winds through neighborhoods and then back out again, with only the occasional car passing by on the streets. Compared to some of the other cities I've been in lately, the air here is a lot cleaner and the smell of nature shines through. It can't compare to being out in a wild for real, of course, but it's nice to not be choking on exhaust fumes everywhere I go. The houses are weird though. Many of them sit up on tall legs like giant bugs with windows for eyes. More people seem to be coming down the mountain than going up it. Lots of them zip past on bikes or skateboards while others are jogging or just walking.
This path is longer than I thought.
About halfway up or so, there's a wooden bench just off the sidewalk. It's occupied by a man with dark hair and big sunglasses. As I'm about to pass by, he waves.
Well, hello, miss. Nice evening for a walk, eh?
Is he talking to me? It must be because there's no one else nearby. Chatting's usually not my thing, but for the moment I appreciate the distraction.
It sure is. I'm glad the rain's gone.
Oh, for now, yeah. It's never gone for long, though, is it?
That's so. I'm new here. I didn't even think it would rain since it was so sunny the day before.
Ho ho ho! You've gotta watch out for that around here. Mother Nature's real fickle these days.
Oh, sounds like over here too in real life. Haha. Hey, the weather is fickle.
1 minute you're on the pier, enjoying the sunshine. Next minute, whoosh!
Yep. That sounds about right. He makes a whoosh sound with his breath and a wavy motion with his hands.
Storm clouds, as far as the eye can see. That's just welly for you, though. You live with the sunshine and the clouds. Where are you from, then? Guessing you're not a Kiwi?
Nah, I'm a fox, not a bird.
The man laughs a deep belly laugh like usual. I'm not sure what I said that was funny.
Not like that. Although those little guys are cute. Kiwi is a word for us New Zealanders in general.
Oh, wow. That's a fun fact. I've never been in New Zealand, so I wouldn't know that, but that's cool.
So it's...
Oops.
Not like that. Although those little guys are...
So it's a bird, a fruit, and people.
Basically.
You've got it. All three are delightful. Anyway, welcome to Wellington. I hope you're enjoying your time here in our little city.
So far I am. I made my den here on the mountain. I've gotten coffee a few times, and I went to the library.
I conveniently leave out my plans for the next time I'm in the library.
Well, I can't say that's the usual tourist experience, but I'm happy to hear that it's working out for you. Staying long?
Probably. I decided to come live here, but I'm still getting to know the place. So, maybe I'll change my mind.
A true free spirit, eh?
Well, she is a fox. Right? It makes sense.
I felt the same way when I first got here, long time ago. Didn't think I'd settle down for life, but here I am now. Lived more years here than everywhere else in my life.
It can't be that long. You don't look very old for a human.
She's funny.
No? Well, that's my ego boost for the day. You don't look very old for a fox either, but I imagine you've got a good head start on me.
I don't think he believes that she's an actual fox, but sure.
That's true. I don't really keep track or think about it, though.
He laughs again.
Can't say I blame you there. I think 100 years, give or take a little on either side, is enough for me.
Fair.
And I'm only halfway there, so I've got plenty more to look forward to.
stands up, but has to do it slowly.
And sometimes I'm reminded of how many I've got under my belt already. Thank you for the chat, miss. I better get back to the water now and make sure young Min hasn't fallen into the ocean or anything.
Uh-oh.
It's been a real pleasure talking with you, though. I hope you'll give our fair town a shot.
Oh.
Thanks. It was nice talking to you too.
Thanks. I mean that for once. He waves goodbye as he heads down some stone steps, and I keep heading towards upwards. I never really thought about my age compared to a human's. Humans don't matter to my lifestyle. I wasn't lying when I said I don't know how old I am. It's never been important. Places, relationships, memories, they're just tie people down. Facts. I want to be everywhere. When I reach the top of the mountain, take a deep breath of the crisp air, wind blows my hair in every direction and can't keep it out of my face. The wind is wild and goes where it wants. It doesn't answer to anyone. That's how I live my life too. A free spirit, that's what the man called me, and I like the sound of it. I can see the smudges of a few people down by the beach and on the pier. It's one of them, the man I just met. There's no way to know. From up here, there's tiny little blips, impossible to tell apart from each other. Once I have my fill of the view, it's time to get on the way again. I turn back on the people and start making my way down once more. Alright, time to go to the library. Ooh, known as biblioteca in Spanish. When the moon is high in the sky, I decided it's time. It is time. This is the perfect kind of night for me. There's not much wind, meaning I'll be able to hear or smell anyone approaching. It's a little cloudy too, which gives me some cover from the moonlight. I make my way back up to the library, stopping as soon as I am within sight of it. I find a shadowy place to hide and watch the front for a few minutes. Like I hope. Nobody goes in or out. All of the windows are dark too. Slowly creep up towards the entrance, ready to transform and flee if I have to. Nothing happens. No one tries to stop me. I peek into one of the windows. It's dark inside and I can't see anyone at all. Perfect. I move around to the back side of the building and check those windows too. Same thing, is dark and empty.
This is gonna be too easy.
Oh, really? Back at the front door, I pick the lock and slip inside. I sneak from room to room, revisiting the items I memorized yesterday. They're not expensive or fancy enough to think of them as treasures. I end up leaving a lot of them alone since I don't want to carry too much with me. The rest go into my coat pockets. Finally, end up back at the painting in the corner, the piece that started this whole plan. I had to set a couple of things down on the floor because the painting needs both hands for me to lift it. It's heavier than it looks though. It's not very big. That's probably a good sign for how much it'd be worth. I had to jiggle it a couple of times to get it off the hook, but I managed. Tucking the painting under one arm, I picked up the other goods from the floor. This should be enough for one night. Best to get in and out quick. I start to head back for the front door where I came in. Before I get there, light floods the room. My heart starts to race as I immediately prepare to run. A quick glance over my shoulder shows the woman from last night standing on the top of the stairs. Her eyes are glowing blue with anger. She takes a step forward, not seeming to touch the stairs.
Leave that painting alone.
I gotta get out of here now. Throwing caution to the wind, I clutch my spoils tight and charge for the door, trying to make myself a target as possible. The painting's too big for me to transform and still hold onto it, so I gotta do this on two legs.
Stop, please!
I don't stop. Just like my arrival here with the guards at the skyport, the thrill of being chased has already taken over. It's exciting and scary at the same time, but either way, it spurs me to move faster. Using my shoulder, I crashed out the front door and into the night. I run as quickly as I can, keeping an eye out for patches of slick mud or puddles of water. The path I take goes for past Mount Victoria, and my den ended up in a small residential area. I stash a painting under a parked car and then take my fox form and crawl under a house, upsetting a mean gray cat who is already hiding here. It makes a low growling sound and I glare at it desperately, willing it to be silent before it gives away my position. I growl back as best as I can, and that seems to scare it into shutting up. I'm not sure if I was being followed or not, but I don't want to take any chances. After 10 minutes or so, I climb out, pick up my loot, and sneak back towards my den. Now that the excitement has worn off, I just can't keep a smile off my face. There's nothing more satisfying than pulling off a heist, even one as easy as this. Other thieves I heard about must have it rough, having to stake out a place for a long time, trying really hard to not get caught, and making sure not to be seen. I've never done much planning. I just do whatever feels right. My ability to transform makes it pretty hard to catch me, although I have had to leave behind the stuff I was taking once or twice. And honestly, it would get boring if I never got caught and had to run. My good mood lasts me all the way home and then disappears completely when I see who's waiting for me. The woman in white. She stands just outside my den looking like she doesn't care at all about the cold or the mud. In fact, her perfect clothes don't seem to get dirty at all. With her back turned to me, she's staring up at the moon, but she faces me as I approach. She has the same calm presence as when I saw her, but I can see a mournful look in her eyes, which have gone back to brown instead of furious blue. My heart quickens almost suffocatingly as she watches me intensely. I know how quickly calm can turn into anger. I should run, but I can't look away.
How did you find me here? Before I even got back?
A friend of mine told me you might be found here.
Her voice is soft and warm, unlike the way she shouted back at the library.
A friend.
Uh-oh. But who? I wasn't followed. I'm sure of that much. With the shock of being found wearing off the realization I need to find a new place to stay sets in. After all, that works too.
I apologize for showing up uninvited. I'm here to ask that you please return that painting to me. You may keep the frame if you like, but the painting itself is very dear to me.
Oh, okay. I think that's what she wanted though, just the frame, not the painting. I look down at the portrait. I've been carrying it a while now, but I haven't given the picture itself much thought. It's a beautiful painting and clearly very old. The girl shown in it is wearing a long flowing dress, looking down with a small smile.
And also...
Uh-oh. What? She breathes out slowly and my eyes narrow. It's the sound people make when they're acting calm, but they're angry. Hey, what's up? How are you?
Should you want it, I have an extra room available in my library.
She still wants us to live with her. That's wild.
You may stay as long as you wish.
We're just reading some bedtime stories. So sit back, relax, and enjoy and drink some coffee or drink whatever you drink.
Huh?
See? Crazy. After I just tried to rob her, she's offering me a place to stay. I know it's you. I just don't know if you want to be called that on stream. Like, I don't want to be called by my name on stream ever. Okay, now I know this must be a trap. There's no way. Although, it's the same thing she asked me last night before I broke in. I'm sure she doesn't remember that.
Why?
Because I have more beds than I could possibly fill and more food than I could eat.
Okay. Your name is Ale. Exactly. My name is Ale. Okay, Brandon. Thank you for being here, Brandon. How are you? Do you like visual novels? This is a visual novel called Please Be Happy. You are a fox. The girl on the left is a fox. That girl right there. That girl. there is on, you know where, and then down here is it. Yeah, okay, anyway.
If there is someone who wants or needs them, is it not appropriate to share these with them?
You never heard of visual novels. Okay, visual novels is a genre. Basically, it's like a book, but it's visual. Kinda, yeah. But it's just straight out reading. Literally. Sometimes they do have like little choices that affects the story. That's one. Or some have like a little like RPG kind of style. It varies. The most popular one is Doki Doki's Literature Club. Oh, it's super chill. If you just want to lay back and just relax. This is called Bedtime Stories.
Is it?
Well, the stream is called Bedtime Stories, meaning because I'm reading. But yeah. I'm not sure what answer she wants to hear. She looks at me again, the same expressions as it was at the library. Well, her offer does sound kind of tempting.
I guess it's not like my place is as nice as yours.
Obviously, you're in a den and she's in a library. Hello, upgrade. Not anymore, at least. Not after it ruined and made half of it mud. I looked down at the painting again. If I sold it, it was just going to be so I could buy the same thing she's offering me. I still don't trust her. I've watched people enough to know better than that. There must be something she wants. But I don't think she wants to hurt me. She knows I don't have anything worth stealing. If she did try to pull something, I could just run away. It's only one night. I can come back and try again or find someplace else to take from. I look down to the burrow pass where she's standing. It looks less a den and more a pile of mud. The thought of sleeping there again practically makes a decision for me. No, you don't have to remember anything. But if I do have people that comes for the story, I do try to recap it so you don't get lost. Usually for visual novels, you have to be in the beginning. But some visual novels are easy to catch on. This one is basically, like I said, the fox is named Miho. And she just moved to New Zealand. And she's human. And she transforms into a fox.
Fine, I'll take it.
She breathes out slowly again and smiles. Maybe that sound doesn't mean she's angry.
Wonderful. I'm glad to hear it.
Ooh, we're staying with mommy, everybody.
I should introduce myself properly. My name is Juliet. May I ask what yours is?
No, your name is mommy. We're not calling you Juliet.
Miho.
See, I told you her name is Miho. It's a cool name. I've had to introduce myself twice in a day now. That has to be a new record.
Well, Miho, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh no, not at all. You just chill and read, like I said.
Let's return to the library. I can carry the painting if you'd like, or you may hold on to it until we get there.
I shrug.
Here, feel free.
She receives it very gently, and I quickly fall in beside her. As we begin to walk back, to my relief, she doesn't try to make any conversations, that she silently cradles the painting as we go. When we get back to the library, the lights are off and the door is still unlocked. After setting the painting down on the desk, Juliet gestures towards the stairs. Oh, thank you for the 10 TikToks. You're so nice. My lights are supposed to be working. Let me see if I could get it to work again. It's not connecting as it should. Let's see. I'm gonna deactivate it and then reactivate it. Refresh. Hold on. I'm supposed to fix this. Dream game on. Oh. That's not what I was supposed to do. Whoopsie. I kind of did a boo-boo. Try that again. Here we go. There we go. Click on that. Wait! I want you to see something cool. I appreciate the roses. You're so kind. 7 roses. Let's go. Alright, open. And it should be working right now. Alright, let's see if it works. This is just a test, everybody. Oh. It didn't fully authorize. Okay, now it should work. Let's see. So strange. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. It's okay. It's probably the new guidelines or something that is not making it work at the moment. And it probably needs a patch.
It's on the 2nd floor.
I appreciate it. I follow her lead again until she stops at one of the closed doors. She unlocks it and lets me in. The room is simple and cozy with a couple of dressers, a table, and a bed. Over the bed, there's a boxy window with wide sill big enough to sit on. Oh, also look, I'm on PS5. Woohoo! Hey, thank you for 4 finger hearts. Appreciate you. You have to do all that. You just chilling with me. Bedtime stories is you rock for that. On the table, there's a cheese sandwich and a few apple slices, plus some sort of cake. There's a lot of picture of water. There's also a picture of water. Yeah, there we go. That works. You're doing my gallery? I don't know what that means.
I hope the food is to your liking. 2 rooms down the hall from here, you'll find a refrigerator, and you may help yourself to anything in there. My study is just past that. If you need anything, don't hesitate to come find me.
Oh, is that something new? I've never seen that before. That's cool. I don't pay attention, to be honest. I really don't.
Is there anything more I can bring for you?
Oh, I appreciate that. I don't think anyone wants to come for bedtime stories, but I appreciate it though. I shake my head, still in disbelief. What am I even supposed to say in a situation like this? I just stole from her and now I have both a bed and food in return? Shit. Yo, mommy's nice. I mean, Juliet's nice. She's very nice. I like Juliet. Juliet is nice. As if to answer my confusion, she gives a calm smile and doesn't help. Oh, I go live on TikTok. Every time. I really do.
Then I'll leave you to it. We can speak again in the morning. Good night, Miho.
Ooh, say her name again. That's nice. Oh, fair, fair, fair. The door shuts behind her and I expect to hear Juliet locked it. But when I try the knob after giving her a few moments, the door opens quietly into the dark hole. Juliet's nowhere to be seen.
Lumia's.
Alright, I'm gonna restart this because it's acting up. Yeah, I wonder if Juliet's a ghost. I pull the door back shut behind me and inspect the room, looking for any hidden threats. I also check the food, sniffing it to make sure no poison or anything. Okay, she is super paranoid. I don't blame her. If there is, I can't smell it, and so I dig in instead.
Whoa. This is really good.
Uh-oh. She likes it. There's 3 different kinds of cheese in a sandwich, which is 2 more kinds than I knew existed. The bread is soft and buttery, and when I take a bite of the apple, juice rolls down my chin. The water that I wash it down with tastes better than the water from the stream by my den. When I'm done eating, I climb into bed, still feeling overwhelmed, more specifically not knowing how to feel. Part of me fears that I've made some gigantic mistake and that I'll wake up in danger. If I ever wake up at all, trusting my instincts has kept me alive on multiple occasions, and for hundreds of years, enough that I've lost count of exactly how many. But something tells me I don't have anything to fear from the woman who I can only assume is my host and the owner of this place. So with that in mind, I pull the blankets up to my chin and adjust the luxurious pillows beneath my head. Who knows, maybe the morning will bring trouble with it. Right now, just sleeping sounds all right. I wake up to the sound of birds chirping loudly outside, blinking wearily. I prop myself up and look towards the warm sunlight beaming through the window. The sheets under my hand feel soft and dry. My hand goes to my neck, taking in the smooth familiarity of the necklace.
It's still here.
Yup. If someone was going to rob me, that's the only thing I have that would seem valuable. I sit up and look around. It doesn't look like anyone came in while I was asleep. Maybe I am really safe here. I wonder if Juliet's friend was the scent I noticed outside my den on the first morning. I don't know how else she could have found me, or how they did it without waking me up. If it happened before, it could happen again. As much as I hate to admit it. So I check around the room very thoroughly, but still don't notice anything different from when I went to bed.
Maybe it's not a trick.
All my past experiences have told me that there has to be catch. Nothing is free, nothing. But no matter how hard I try, I can't figure out what it could be. Could Juliet really have been telling the truth? It just seems so unlikely. It'd be nice if it was true. But if it wasn't, if I let myself believe only to be wrong in the end, then that would hurt even more, wouldn't it? No, better to not even take the risk. After all, I've lived a lot of years this way. And it's not like I hate it. Making my mind... It just makes more sense. Even if I try to stay, I don't think I'd ever stop worrying. This way, I'll know for sure that I'm in charge of my own destiny. Now that I know this room is unoccupied, I might be able to sneak back in sometimes. When I need a place to stay, it wouldn't be too hard to climb one of the trees and then get to the window from there. I take one last look around for just a night. It was a nice what if. Then I head downstairs and out the door without speaking a word to anyone. It's another nice day, the same as when I first arrived in Wellington. Warm sun and blue skies with just a hint of clouds. For a while, I guess that's another typo. I think I wander around probably it means. Because it says I meander. Meander? I don't know if that's a word. Probably it's wander. I wander around town eating the last of my pastries from the convenience store hall for breakfast. Today feels like another restart. I have no den, no supplies, no anything. It's less exciting now than it was when I first arrived. I don't have a destination in mind, but eventually end up at the waterfront. There's an airship over the bay descending closer towards the skyport. A couple of kids down on the beach wave up at it, seeming excited. The people arriving on that ship all have somewhere that they're planning to go when they get off, huh? They all got people waiting to see them. What have I got? Some trash and old scroll so far? Wellington's giving me nothing but questions. That's never bothered me before in any of the other cities I've been to, so why now? Guess that's another question for the pile. I push myself off the railing and head back into town. I go through the motions of scouting for somewhere to rebuild my den, but my heart really isn't in it. After wandering for a while, I end up at the Bell House yet again. It's just the place I go when I have nowhere else to go. There are more customers than usual, so there are 2 people working behind the counter. It only takes a brief glance to notice that one of them is Aspen. Aspen? I wonder if she'll think I'll like a fairy kiss chiller again. Or maybe I'll make a different sort of first impression today. The line moves pretty quickly. It helps that Aspen doesn't spill anything this time. When it's my turn to order, I step up to the counter with a fake smile.
Oh, hello. What can I make for you today?
I'll have a fairy kiss chiller, please.
Certainly. Good choice.
I reach for my wallet to pay, but she stops me.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's on the house today.
Ooh, it's on the house. Thanks, Aspen. Meow.
Great!
Oh, same reaction here, Miho. Same reaction.
What does that mean?
I reach for my wallet to pay, but she stops me.
It means that you don't have to pay for it. As an apology for yesterday.
Oh, she still feels guilty. Poor lady. Yesterday, why does that sound so strange? I nearly missed her talking. My mind half tripped over the word. She reaches for a cup and pen are ready in her hand.
And that's for Miho, right?
She remembers her name.
For Miho?
My name? She remembers my name. My heart begins to race wildly, my body reacting just as strongly as my mind. Aspen frowns, clearly noticing that something's off. My head's in too much of a daze to deal with it, though.
It is Miho, right?
She checks the notebook on the counter, brow furrowing deeply as her fingers slowly moves down the page and taps on one of the lines. What do I say? How do I explain? That's the first time in my life, for the first time in hundreds of years, somebody remembered my name. It's not supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be forgotten. Every time without fail. It's my armor. It's my life. I take a step backwards. I have to run. I have to get out of here. I have to get away. Where to? I've just been running. And I don't have anywhere else to run to. I don't have any other choice. Without a plan or destination, I turn on my heel and bolt outside, not daring to look back. Everything's wrong. I have to go.
Miho!
calls my name again as I disappeared into the streets. It's not the first time I've heard that as I fled. But never like this, never with such a confused, worried tone. Feeling sick to my stomach, I pushed myself to run even faster. Maybe I should just leave this whole city, get on the next airship out of here, and act like it never happened. I could go somewhere else, back to China or America or anywhere, and start over again. Within days, it'd be like I never even came to Wellington. My life would just go back to normal, and eventually I'm sure Aspen and Juliet would forget me, just like they're supposed to. Nothing would be different, except that that's not quite true. I wouldn't forget what happened here, even if everyone else did. No matter what, I'm sure I won't ever be able to get these past few days out of my mind. When I get to Mount Victoria, I finally stop running. Not because this place is special or because I wanted to come here, because I don't know where else I'd go. I make my way up to the top of the mountain just like I did on my first day. The view, which I admired so much last time, doesn't do much for me now. Instead, the city looks cluttered and confused from up here. My chest hurts from running so long. I'm much more used to quick bursts or sprinting to get away from something or someone. I guess that's still what I'm trying to do right now. But I'm not too sure what it is that I'm running from. Whenever something goes wrong, my first instinct is to flee. Aspen remember me definitely counts as something wrong, but when I stop to think about why, some of the reasons are obvious. Mostly what ifs is not just Aspen. What if everybody can remember me now? Or even worse, what if people who forgot about me a long time ago starts to remember me? Both could get me in a lot of trouble. My days as a thief would probably be over. There are some places where I could never show my face again. The smart thing to do is to leave. I can see a couple of airships at the skyport right now. I have everything with me. I could just go. There's nothing keeping me here. I make my way up to the top of the mountain just like I did on my first day, and yet I don't move. I still don't even know what it is I'll be running away from. From Aspen, from Wellington, when I think about it, I have to admit that running wouldn't get me anywhere. This worries, these questions would follow me wherever I go, no matter how far and no matter how long. So then what do I do? The only answer I can think of is the scariest one, the one that goes against everything I've ever learned. Closing my eyes, I picture the library and Juliet's offer. I picture Aspen, whom I barely know, but who's already changed my life. Maybe I should stay and try to find out more. Maybe being remembered might not be all bad. I clench my fist so tightly, my knuckles turn white. The urge to turn tail and head for the skyport is so strong. It's almost like a magnet pulling me there. I resist it though. Slowly I walk back down the mountain, making my way to the library. I'm not sure what to say when I get there, explain everything to Juliet and hope she'll let me stay in that room again. I don't even need a room. I could rebuild my den and hide out there. Maybe in a new spot. One that Juliet doesn't know about. Not having to worry about the weather or other animals would be nice though. There's no telling if Juliet will remember me too. If not, it might be easier to pretend this is my first time visiting and just ask if there's anywhere I could stay. Even though I'm not moving very fast, I still don't feel ready for this conversation. But by the time I reach the library entrance, it's only been an hour or so since I left the Bell House, so it's not late enough for the library to be closed. The usual stream of people flows in and out of the doors.
Okay, I can do this.
I stand up to the side of the entrance, preparing myself as people pass to and fro. My heart is racing the same way it does during a tense break-in, maybe even harder. My tail twitches back and forth. Usually I don't notice, but right now I'm super aware of everything about myself. Fighting off my instincts, I open the door and let myself inside. I've been expecting to have to look for Juliet, but instead she's right by the entrance. Posture check. I got you with it. There you go. Is that better? You want me to stretch? I got you with the stretch. Hi, Dash. Welcome to Bedtime Stories. What surprises me most, however, is the woman leaning against the large desk beside her, Aspen, who's now engaged in conversation with a look of deep concern on her face.
Wasn't there when I checked the bedroom. I wish she would have spoken to me first, at least.
I barely catch the end of Juliet's sentence. She noticed me only moments after I spot her, and for a second her mouth forms a perfect lull of surprise.
Juliet? What are you...
Aspen turns around to follow Juliet's gaze, her eyes opening wide at the sight of me.
Miho!
My brain goes blank, rehearsed lines flying out of my head. That game is phenomenal, but it is very long and hard, but the music will keep you going. The music is so beautiful. Oh, it's a great game. It's fantastic. The lore is so good, and it's fully voice acted, by the way.
Hey there.
I slink over to where they're standing, hands in my pockets, unsure what I should say first.
It's nice to see you again, Miho. I was hoping that you'd return.
Me too. That was pretty sudden. I worked extra hard on that drink for you, you know.
I freeze up looking for the words. Aspen's expression softens in...
Miho?
Oh my god, no. Yeah?
All right, the drink. I'm sorry.
Dash, I am not reading Spanish. Okay. I'm going to translate everything to Spanish for 2 minutes. I am so sorry, everyone, for this.
Well, I ended up drinking it myself, so I suppose I can't complain too much.
All right. Let's get this ready. Al final me lo terminé bebiendo yo mismo, así que supongo que no puede quejarme demasiado. Ella se ríe y no puedo evitar soltar de golpe las siguientes palabras.
You seem different.
Usted ve diferente.
I'm sorry?
Lo siento.
Like, less polite?
Si ríe y no puede evitar soltar de copos, ¿sí cuenta?
Well, I'm not at work anymore, am I?
That's not what I want to say. Bueno, ya no estoy en el trabajar, ¿verdad? ¿Qué
Will you
pasa?
be staying for a while, Miho?
¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué puedo?
If so, we can continue this conversation. Will you be staying for a while, Miho?
¿Qué puedo decir? ¿Planificar? ¿En qué decir otra vez?
If so, we can continue this conversation in the dining room. It's a bit more private there.
Juliet se dejó el comisión y reí.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. I'm not gonna run away again.
I'm glad to hear that. Right this way, then.
Es un poquito difícil para traducir todo en inglés para español. ¿Y cuántos más minutos yo necesito? Mejor no estás hablando tonterías. No. ¡Oh! Dash, ¿tú sabías español? ¿Tú hablas español? ¿Y por qué tú sabes esas palabras muy bien? Julieta guía el camino por el pasillo hasta una de las habitaciones cerradas con llave. Nosotros entramos un cuarto con una mesa y pocos sillas. Y también un refrigerador. Los tres siéntese y yo mueve mi silla. So no necesita sacar con los otros.
Can I get you anything to eat or drink, mijo?
Yo pienso, pero yo tengo hambre. Pero muy nervioso para comer. Oh, 2 minutos finish. All right, 2 minutes finish. I'm gonna go back to English. Yes, you're welcome. I didn't even stutter. I spoke Spanish and I translated it for you. I don't know how well I translated it, but I try my best to translate certain stuff. So you're welcome. Yeah. Julia smiles in response to my answer, which came just a little too quickly to sound natural. By the way, both she and Aspen are looking at me. I can tell they're expecting me to say something first. Thank you. None of the words that I plan are coming back to me. What do people say even in a situation like this? The temptation to run away is overwhelming. The door just a few feet behind me. My knuckles withen as I tightly clench my fist in my lap, pushing myself to resist the urge. I tell myself that I'm going to take this chance, even if it's the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm going to be honest with them.
Well...
No certain words I know by heart. I did have to check how to pronounce certain words, but I did most of my head. I tell myself that I'm going to take this chance, even if it's the hardest thing I've ever done. I'm going to be honest with them. I struggle to think of what to say. Juliet waits patiently, her eyes gazing coolly in my direction, more than directly at mine. Aspen soon grows restless, however, her expression clouded with concern.
Sorry. I don't know how to just say things. I've only ever copied other people's, so I...
Aspen expressions clear up in some sort of understanding.
It's okay, Miho. Take your time.
She's so understanding.
So I don't really know how to talk like this.
Aspen's expression clears up in some sort of understanding.
You're doing just fine.
Cute.
If you say so. It's not just talking either. I don't know much about anything. Well, anything human. All I really know about is being a fox. And all we foxes care about is how to survive. It might be hard to believe, but I'm not a normal fox either. There's something kinda special about me. Kinda different.
I finger the beads around my neck. Their constant warmth and presence is reassuring. I avoid looking at either Aspen's or Julia's face. What else?
Usually, I have to steal to get by. I don't just have to, I like to. I'm good at it too. That's how I ended up meeting Juliet.
Aww.
And the reason I'm so good at it is because I don't know why it happens, but ever since I got my human form, everyone forgets me.
Aww.
Even the people who catch me stealing from them. After a day or two, I can walk right past their face and they wouldn't even recognize me. No one has ever recognized me. Until Aspen remembered who I was at the Bell House. It was such a shock that I ran away. That's what I always do. I was thinking about leaving Wellington forever, even though I just arrived a couple days ago. I'm still kind of tempted, but instead, I came back here. And that's it.
Thank you for the lurk. Hi, Spark. Just hearing the words coming out my mouth makes me want to die of embarrassment. Makes me uncomfortable when other people think about me. And yet putting everything out there feels surprisingly good. It feels like a weight has come off my shoulders. There's no going back now, and that's a relief in its own way.
So you're saying that you've never ever had a family? Or a friend?
Nope, never. And not since I stopped being a regular fox, at least.
Oh. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oof.
Why?
Well, because that's... not to be rude, but that sounds rather lonely to me.
Lonely, huh? I've never thought about it before.
She's a thief, take her to jail? Well, she's a fox.
I see.
Aspen sits back, still looking concerned from the way she keeps fidgeting. I get the impression she wants to say more, but it's holding back. Juliet swoops in to salvage the situation.
You have been very brave to stay here, Miho. I'm personally glad that you decided to come back to the library. I had your room prepared in hopes that you would.
Aww. Juliet's sweet. You know what's crazy? She tried to rob her and she offered her a place to stay. Wild.
You're welcome to use it for as long as you'd like. I think that we could become great friends.
Dang, we've got friend zoned by mommy. I don't want to get friend zoned by mommy.
Friends.
No, we're not taking her to jail. I roll the word around in my mind as if it was strange food. I'm gingerly trying. Is that a word that fits me? Is that something I could have? It's never seemed like a possibility before. None of what Julius offered me had. Right now, it feels like I'm standing at the end of one path and the beginning of another. I could turn around and go back the way I came back to the den and life spent alone. I know that world I live in for so many years. But I can't just go back. Not now. Not when there can be something more, something new. Everything could be different if I just let it. When I look at Aspen and Juliet, I can tell what they're hoping I'll say.
I think I'd like that.
Big smiles take over both of their faces. Slowly, I let myself smile too.
Well then, Miho. Welcome home.
Oh yeah, let's go. Please be happy. That's the title of the game, and that was only chapter 1. Alright, so we are in chapter 2, and we are going to continue this later tonight for bedtime stories. I wonder how many chapters are in this game. Let's check how many chapters are in this game. Apparently, this game is 11 hours. How many chapters in Please Be Happy? Okay, it says it's not divided into chapters, but I literally just see chapter 2 here. It said it's short. Okay, if it's short, I'm just gonna play it through then. Hold on. Right? Who's gonna stay here for the full bedtime story? Raise your hand. If it's short. Short meaning like an hour or two more. So there's 5 chapters. There's 5 chapters, and there's different endings. Okay, so I gotta make sure that we get all 3 endings. Wait, does this even have trophies? It has a platinum. Begin chapter 2 is a trophy, by the way. Begin chapter 3 is a trophy. Oh, then if you get all the chapters. It is a platinum. Trophy! For the second day in a row, I woke up in a soft bed. My bed. It's early. The library downstairs is silent. No one else is here aside from Juliet. I didn't even transform before falling asleep last night. Just passed out like this with human arms and legs. No wonder I'm sore. After I agreed to Juliet's offer, the rest of the day passed by quickly. Aspen and Juliet showed me around the house, part of the library, and Juliet made me dinner for the 3 of us. And save. All right. I lied. I'm not continuing until later tonight. But yeah, that was a fun story. All right, let me see. That was part 1. We started a little bit of part 2. There's a little sneak peek. So yeah, we'll continue this story tonight. I think I have time for one more story. No, I'm not playing Persona. I had to do sponsors first, Dash. you want to see the list of sponsors I have to do? It's over 30 sponsors I have to do. I have to play. I'll tell you what games I have to play. Libertin horror game. Mouthhole horror game. Cube Decider. Hidden Bunny. Superhero Simulator. Grief Like a Stray Dog. Degroid. A Matter of Principle. Her. Killing Floor 3. The Dream Collector. Inspector Waffle's Early Days. Sand, a Superfilious Game. Vampire Hunters. Zombie Lockdown Simulator. Skelethrone, The Chronicles of Irikona. Battle of Rebels. Duck, Dangerous Ultimate Cartridge Kidnapper. We're currently doing Please Be Happy now. Hey, no way you're gonna play that game? Wait, play what game? Hold on, wait, there's more. We still gotta finish Veil. You know, the one I started with the blindfold. We still gotta finish that one. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play it. I just can't say that word because I'm on TikTok. Hold on. I have more sponsors. But wait, there's more. Wonder Stars. Tiny Bookshop. Regina and Mac. Aiden in Danger. Taurus Saturn. Sunno Kilinin is another visual novel, by the way. Beef Cat Ultra. Quarantine Zone, The Last Check. Preserve. Bundle of Joy. Wildwoods. Since Memory of the Starry Sky. Extra Coin. The Holy Gosh Darn. Bulwark Evolution. Reveal. Potion Permits. Dynabomb 2. Brock the Investigator. Wordplay there, by the way, because he's an alligator. Or, yeah. And Poltergeist. But wait, there's more. Dash, you thought I was kidding? Above Snakes. Above Snakes. The Altars. Glitch Hero. The Thaumaturge. I can't even say that word, but yeah, that game too. But wait. There's one more. Shh, don't call me out. Don't call me out. Hold on. Bum 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 bum. All right. Let's see. I can't find it. I always hated this site. It's so complicated to like look for things. Oh, this one has a lot, I think, if I remembered correctly. Okay. Cat Cosmic